Dinner time! Hello, hello, hello! What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fine Thursday to y'all. Good to see ya, good to see ya, good to see ya. Stone Rain, hey, how are you, Stone Rain? Good to see ya. Warslore, still in on our Tuka Buddy, Mega Magic, our Myth. How is everyone tonight? So I promised we'd do a draft stream. Tonight is the night we're gonna do Wilds of Eldraine draft. And I haven't done a single draft of this format yet, so we are gonna see just how exactly this goes. I know we got off to a late start. We had a super long Commander Clash today, so it ran into stream time, but I made it. I'm here, and it is draft time. Hopefully everyone is having a spectacular day. Hopefully we can do some cool things in this draft. I feel like this is my very first WoW draft, so we are gonna figure it out together and hopefully get 7 wins and open some sweet cards. I really want to open some of the sweet enchanted tales. I think that's what I'm most excited about, because I really want to, I think you can do some cool synergies and combos with those. But anyway, since we're running late, let's do our reminders really quick, jump into this draft and start playing some Magic, and we can talk about everything else as we go along. So replay YouTube, this we invite all the old streams, including this one of the future, normal YouTube, tons of stuff going up on there. Yesterday we did some turtle comboing. Tomorrow it is finally Pia Tokens time for Much a Brew. So lots of stuff on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. Maybe you want to do a draft yourself. Well, you can snag a booster box or a bunch of singles or whatever you need over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes and they'll hook you up. Otherwise, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playmats, giveaways, support the stream and the channel and the site. And let's do some drafting. Cauldron is also nice. I've won a lot of games by exiling Gingerbrew and then giving a countered up guy unblockable. Ooh, that does sound sweet. So everyone's saying like super aggro. So is that what we should be? Do we need to be trying to make an aggro deck? Copy the Oops All Basic decks. Found to be kind of fun. Yeah, that deck is really fun. The combo kills are really fun. I imagine it's better in a best of 1 than best of 3, but so what one? Premier draft is no sideboarding, right? Let's do a premier draft. It can be can I dirtle? That's all I care about. Is it possible for me to dirtle my way through this format? How are you, Pale? I'm great. Did a draft with Balloona. Went 7-2 with Teamer Adventures. That sounds super cool. If we open a Balloona, I think we'll take it. You can play ramp nonsense, but you can prepare for aggro. Okay, other question. How is the fixing? Is it possible to be like a 5-color value pile or not really? Like, can you do the like 5-color green thing? 5-color green is usually one of my favorite archetypes. It's an explosive format, high synergy but strong, but it's harder to assemble compared to aggro decks. All right. Are we ready, chat? You gotta help me through this. First ever draft. Boros is highly played. Yeah, I read something that said Rakdos is like the best color combination, which has been true for a couple sets in a row. But all right, here we go. Draft number 1, Wilds of Eldraine. Let's jump into it and see what kind of shenanigans we can pull off. Hopefully we can do something pretty sweet. So how has everyone's day been? Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful week, wonderful day. A reminder, next week, gonna be gone at Vegas for the Magic Con. So no streams next week. If you're in Vegas though, stop by, say hello, jam some Commander. Oh, let's see hopefully we get a good rare. If we can open a good rare, I think that'll tell us what direction to go. Or an enchanted tale. I want to open Doubling Season, honestly. I don't even know if Doubling Season is good, but okay, well, no, we don't want to leave the draft table. We want to do this. Okay, pack 1, pick 1. What do we get? Blind Obedience is actually probably fine for... How is Blind Obedience? Is it horrible? Iron Crate for ramping. Well, if we want to go rats, Twisted Sewer Witch is probably one of the best rat payoffs, right? I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm kind of tempted to take that, though. It puts a wicked roll on all of your rats, so if we can just draft a bunch of rat cards. Towards the Tower, I'm sure, is like one of the best removal spells in the set. I don't know how good Blind Obedience actually is. It's got good art. Yeah, I'm really tempted just to take the Twisted Sewer Witch. Torch the Tower is probably better, but Rat seems like more fun. Blind Obedience. Oh, there's got to be a lot of enchantment removal, right? You know what? Let's go Rats. Let's try to rat it. Calvarte! I think Torch might... Oh! I get this whole Cauldron. Oh, we got to do it. We have to do it. I don't even know if it's good, but, like, it puts counters on things. Like... Is this just unplayable and limited? Am I too hyped about this because it's such a cool constructed card? I mean, I already got all the cards, so I don't need to rare draft anything, because I've already bought all the cards I need. Kalavi, welcome to the Fishbowl, thank you. It seems like it could be good and limited, though, right? Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super for you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Otherwise, like, this makes a rat when it dies. Grasp of Fate. Exile something for 3 mana. It's basically a Banishing Light style effect. I do like Woodland Acolyte. Pretty far away from rats. You know what? Hey, what's up, Josie? How does that? We're going to take the Soul Cauldron and... Ooh. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 4 more creature cards in your graveyard, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That seems very strong in the late game. Doesn't naturally synergize with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, but we can fill our graveyard. We can get back our creatures every turn. Oh yeah, the art's spectacular. The art's on all the Enchanted Tales, they're so good. What else is in this pack? Dream Spoiler Witches. I mean, it's okay. It's a 4-mana 2/2 flyer with some upside, but Fell Horseman. Return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. When it dies, put it on the bottom of your library. Cemetery's bad? Really? It's not good? I feel like we could make it work. I mean, Back for Seconds is way faster. Nothing really rats. The horse is totally fine. I mean, all adventures are totally fine. I'm gonna take the Oversold Cemetery. I'm probably doing all the absolutely wrong things, but we're gonna make this work. What does this do? When an enchantment you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Oh. Shatter the Oath. 5 mana, destroy target creature enchantment. Create a wicked roll attached to one creature you control. Another Torch to the Tower. We could take the Torch to the Tower. Are we trying to win? Do we want to win? If we want to win, we could take Torch to the Tower. Shatter the Oath's not bad, though. In Ashiok's Reaper, seems like it could do really cool things. Is the idea of having enchantments go in and out of the graveyard just unrealistic? Or... I mean, I guess we can take Torch. It does work with rats. I like the idea of Reaper. Torch is probably the best. You know what? Let's take the Torch. That's a very late Torch. That might be a sign that Red Black Rats is actually open. We'll feel it out. We'll feel it out. We're only in pack 1. We got plenty. We don't need to commit fully to anything yet. Yeah, rolls are probably the easiest way to make it work. So what do we have? We are leaning towards black or red. I really like Slumbering Keeper Guard in a roll deck. Stoke of Midnight. You do give your opponent a 1/1, but still seems worth it. Like, destroy your opponent's best thing, give them a 1/1. Not bad removal. We could take the Horseman. We do want to keep in mind filling our graveyard. What does this do? Goblin Rogue. 3 mana 2/3. When ATBs create a treasure token. Little Ramp's never bad. Prism for splashing. Yeah, let's take the Redcap Thief, I think. So if we're going to actually try to play this Oversold Cemetery, we do need a lot of creatures, that's for sure. Sugar Rush. Target creature gets +3/+0, draws a card. Another Prism. Maybe we're 5-color. Maybe we're 5-color graveyard shenanigans. Solitary Sanctuary. I think you basically need Hilda for this to work. You got to be like the tap deck. Sorry I haven't been addressed, but is there a reason there's no quick draft right now on Arena? Wait, so... Oh, Quick Draft is the one against the AI, right? I think that normally they turn that on like a couple weeks after the set releases. Yeah, Griffonary's sweet, but we're pretty far away from it. I think we just got to take the Red Adventure thing. We are not seeing... I thought drafting Rat... Wow, white is like the openest I've... Is white horrible in this set or something? Is white just like horrible because that's another Griffonary, a cheeky House Mouse... A hopeful, like, these are all okay-ish white cards, but apparently just no one cares. We also got to keep in mind, we got this Agatha's Soul Cauldron, so things with abilities are going to be nice. Equip creature +2/+0, Celebration. Oh, attach it to a creature. Let's take this Harriered Spear Guard. At least it's a 1-drop. Voracious, hey, that's a rat. That's a rat. When ETBs, create a rat. With this creature can't block, whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Voracious. That doesn't seem bad. Voracious Vermin seems reasonable, right? Especially if you want to be rats. Wizards Group, again, they disabled March early and WoW doesn't start until tomorrow. Oh, so it's actually like a bug that there's no quick draft at the moment. Creatures you can... This might actually be a good finisher for a rat deck, but let's take the Vermin for now. I think we still want to take creatures for the moment. I guess the upside of the splashing... Yeah, Aerie seems like built for food, even though it's a reprint technically, but it does work really well with it. I guess the upside of splashing is it lets you play your off-color adventure stuff. Scream Puff. ETBs, when it deals combat damage to a player creative food, flick a coin, 1 damage, treasure draw a card. Probably horrible, but we're going to take it. So were there any good activated abilities for this Agatha Soul Cauldron? Wow, people really hate white in this format, don't they? That is wild to me just how late these white cards are coming. White must be really bad. When it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, 1 damage. I mean, we're going to take it because it's in our colors, but take the Crystal Grotto, even though it's really bad. Take the Rain. Actually, none of this matters. Take the Reindeer. Take the Ground Seal because I like the Enchanted Tales and another white card. All right, on to pack. Oh! The most busted card. We have to take it. The most busted card in the set. The most busted card in the set is here. Banned in Historic. Oh, no. Blood Moon, out of here. You know, Intruder Alarm, out of here. Necro, out of here. Spreading Seas. Is Raging Battle Mouse actually good? But there's this thing. When it or another non-token creature you control dies, make a rat. And then you give a rat Death Touch. I mean, we're not a mouse deck, right? I mean, the right pick is probably, again, Torch the Tower, because Torch the Tower is, like, kind of ridiculous. Piper seems really good in a rat deck, though, right? Because we want our creatures to die, and then we get them back with Oversold Cemetery, and then we play them again, and give our rats Death Touch. I mean, I'm going to take the rat uncommon. Torch the Tower is probably the corrector pick there, but I really want to see if rats can work, because rats are cool, and I can't make them work in Constructed. Hey, Seth, please do me one favor. Please try something adventurous food-wise when you're in Vegas. I want to hear you talk about it on the podcast when you get back. What? Okay, what should I try, Mega Magikarp? What should I try? Wow, where's all of our red and black cards? Chancellor of the Tales, good for an adventure deck. Garrick's Uprising. Not Dead After All is, like, okay-ish. Another one of these, up to 2 creatures can't block haste. Well, this has an activated ability. Not a good activated ability, but an activated ability. To go with our Soul Cauldron. I don't really want Not Dead After All. 2 mana, 2/1 reach. Pay 1, add a mana of any color. You know what? That is probably not a great pick. Ooh, wow, it's a Charming Scoundrel. I know Charming Scoundrel is good. I know it is good. We're the rat deck. We're trying to be the rat deck. We're really trying to be the rat deck. Yeah, that was a pretty bad pack overall. When it ETBs, you can pay 1 if you create a young hero role. Okay, that's the one that grows small creatures. Emodane's Recruiter seems pretty good. It does seem good with rats, but Charming Scoundrel also seems good. Or is this just a better constructed card? Should we be taking Recruiter because it's a better limited card over Charming Scoundrel? Scoundrel is definitely a better constructed. Recruiter, wow, everyone loves Recruiter. All right, we'll take the Recruiter and we'll figure out how to make white mana. Ooh, oh, Intangible Virtue. Wait, someone said that. Should we be Mardu Rats? We can be Mardu Rats, and then we play Intangible Virtue to grow our rat tokens. That sounds unbeatable. We do need to make sure we get some removal. Actually, Ratcatcher seems... How high of a pick is Intangible Virtue? Like, can I take this Ratcatcher? Can I take the Ratcatcher and this a wheel? No one's gonna draft the white card, right? No one drafts the white cards. Let's take the Rat Trainee. And then trust the Intangible Virtue comes back around. Because I think the Ratcatcher is pretty good in our deck, or Rat Trainee. Hey Seth, been in bed with fever for 2 days. Your stream recordings kept me good company. Oh, Funky Monkey. Well, I hope you feel better. That is never fun to be sick, that's for sure. So hopefully you feel better soon. Rat out. Wait, is he throwing a rat at him? -1, create a rat, Conceited Witch, whatever. Unruly Catapult. Unruly Catapult's more for a Spellslinger deck. Is blue also horrible in this? Is blue also horrible in this format? It seems like when we get to these late packs, they are just overflowing with blue and with blue and white cards. Like last pack, it was all these white cards that were like every single pack was just like 5 white cards and a couple other things. Now it's just all blue cards. Like, couldn't you build like a super bomby blue-white deck because no one takes those cards? Like, can't you just take all the tap cards and build, like, beat everyone, or does it does it not actually work that way? You know what? I think we're actually going to take the Prophetic Prism for a splash. Ooh, a raid. Oh, Raid Bombardment. That can actually work in our deck. Rats are pretty good at making small creatures with 2 power or less. I think we're going to try it over the Horseman. Dark Tutelage. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Lose life equal to its mana value. That is some card advantage. Our deck's not that expensive. That is risky. Cards like this are usually bad in limited, but there's not much for us here that I really want. Let's try it. It'll be fine. A Dark Confidant's great in limited, right? In blue, right, you really want to have either Hilda or Signpost uncommon. Well, I mean, all blue and white cards. We're gonna take the best of them. Yeah, I guess maybe the blue and white decks are just risky, because if you don't get the synergies, it's gonna go wrong. Well, we'll take the card that's in our colors. Oh, Intangible Virtue's not gonna come back. When in doubt, take the... Ooh, this might be okay. How many creatures do we have? Are we like way too creature light? So many blue cards. All right, so what's our best open here? What's a highlighted message do? Mostly just makes it easier for me to see in chat. So if you really want to make sure I see it, that's the idea. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Exile target creature if you control an enchantment scry too. Well, we might be taking this. We are kind of light on actual removal. That seems like a really good removal spell. Yeah, Lord Skitter would be spectacular. Bargain, card advantage. I like the idea of Collector's Vault. I don't know if we can take Collector's Vault here, but I like the idea of filling our graveyard for Oversold Cemetery. Maybe I care way more about this Oversold Cemetery than I should, but we're gonna be taking the Taken by Nightmares. Sir Ginger, eh? Sir Ginger. How good is Sir Ginger? I mean, so there's a cut-in, which would be another removal spell, which would be good. There's an Impact Tremors, which, if we want to be like a weird burn combo deck, it might be good. Sir Ginger is probably fine, but I imagine this is hard to build around in Limited, and we don't really have a lot of pieces for it. I guess it gives all of our creatures the activated ability to sack themselves. I think we just got to take the removal. We are pretty removal. Wow, Torch the Tower. Jeez. Isn't this card like busted? Isn't this like one of the best cards in the set? One of the best removal spells? Why are people not taking Torch? Ooh, another trainee. That makes some rats. Yeah, Sir Ginger seems like a constructed card. Celebration. So 2 mana 2/2 has +1/+1 and trample if you celebrate. Vampiric Rites could actually probably go off with this deck. Like, we could set up some really cool late game loops with Oversold Cemetery where we just keep sacking things, making tokens. This is probably the best pick, but I really want this Vampiric Rites. I'm going to take the Rites. I think Rites... Oh my goodness! Wow, red-black is so open. Oh, geez, some. Beseech the Mirror. Shared Animosity. Tattered Rats. And, Tanzin. Piper Swarm. I don't even know what to take here. I want all these cards. I would take this whole pack and skip the rest of the draft if I could. Shared Animosity? Let's try it. We'll check out and see if these, Wow, so many white cards again. We're back to doing the all-white thing. We'll try. I think the Rat Uncommon might have been better. I'm not... Ooh, all right, we'll take this Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds. I'm not sure if that's better than the Rat Uncommon. I don't think that Beseech is actually very good. See, the problem with Beseech is it's only as good as what you can tutor up. And in a limited deck, we can't really tutor up anything that good. Like, in a limited deck, what is our bomb? We're getting, like, a random uncommon removal spell or something. Like, there's nothing great to tutor up. I don't know if we can play 2 Gnawing Crescent. Wow, another Vampiric Rites. I don't know if this deck is good, but I really like what we're trying to do. This deck might be horrible. We might not have enough creatures. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about, is do we actually have enough creatures? But I think we can build like a rat aristocrat deck, essentially. I don't know if being a slow, grindy aristocrat rat deck actually can compete in this format. Maybe it's just like a non-starter, but I feel like this is a cool deck. We got 2 Vampiric Rites. We got ways to get our things back from the graveyard. Am I required to run Vampiric Rites in Vampire Tribal Brawl decks? I mean, flavor-wise, probably. It really depends on how much you care about flavor. Ooh, wow. Red is shockingly open. I feel like that has to be way better than 14th pick, Redcap Theft. I mean, it's not broken or anything, but should be way better than 14th. Try it out, but make room for adjustments to a more aggro build. Headed out to a Budget League Commander match. I hope y'all have fun. I watch a replay. Swig for Zero have a super fun Commander game. What are you playing? Okay, so here's the idea of this deck. What are we trying to do? Also, how many creatures do we have? Ugh, 14. That is not ideal. Okay, so we're not going to be cutting many creatures. Can we make this work? Okay, so our plan is we need to make rats. We need to make many rats. Vampiric Rites can sack them to draw us cards. We don't need Prophetic Prism. So we need to make rats. Oversold Cemetery to get back our things from the graveyard. Tons and Shared Animosity to pump them. I don't think we can really cut hardly any creatures. I think we have to play seriously almost every single creature that exists in our deck. We need every creature we can get our hands on. There was a couple of times when we took non-creatures over potential creatures. Voracious Vermin. Flick a Coin can probably go. That's a little memey. We don't have to play all of these. Maybe we play 1 Gnawing Crescendo, maybe 0 Gnawing Crescendos. Yeah, tutelage too risky. Plus now we have Vampiric Rites. So I think that can be our card advantage. I think we'd rather set up this like graveyardy grindy loop. we did do it to ourselves. I don't think we cut a removal. What do we cut from here, chat? How are we feeling about Raid Bombardment? Is Raid Bombardment worth it? Why do we have Cauldron? Ah, it's so cool. We can give all of our things death. Give a rat death touch. Do we have any other activated abilities? Is that the only one? That might be the only one. Yeah, I mean, we could probably cut it. Rat Out is weak. Yeah, I guess we can get rid of Rat Out. It is a non-creature spell. I mean, we can cut the Soul Cauldron. That probably is correct here, honestly. It does put a counter on things. So the biggest concern is, if we're going to try to do this oversold cemetery stuff, I'm not gonna cut Cemetery. I'll cut the Soul Cauldron. I don't think we want to play both of them. I think if we're playing Cauldron, we need to be able to exile our creatures from the graveyard to grow our team. If we're playing Oversold Cemetery, we don't want to exile our creatures from the graveyard. Rat Out does make a token, whether or not you have a target. Oh, that is kind of neat that it's, what does it say, up to 1? Up to 1 creature. So yeah, it's a 1-mana 1/1 rat, although it can't block, which is a little awkward. What is Shared Animosity for? Yeah, mostly rats. Rat tokens, hopefully. I guess we can cut one of these. These seem a little jank. We don't need 3 of them. How many creatures? 12? 13. 13's fine. Do we need to play a single Plains is the other question. Bruiser is bad. Yeah, I know. Everyone wants me to cut the Cemetery, but I really want to try to make it work. If it fails horribly, then I will cut it in future games. But I really want to set up like Vampiric Rites, sacrificing things, getting them back with Oversold Cemetery to make rats with tons and like grind the opponent out of the game. Probably not a realistic plan, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna give it a go. Let's add 1 Plains. Probably worth playing one planes just for the adventure mode of whatever it is. The 8-whack thing. Emodane's Recruiter. All right, what do you think, chat? What do you think record wise? Where are we at? Where are we at record wise? If we go 0-3, will we do another? Oh, if we go 0-3, I mean, we'll do another, but we're not going 0-3. We're not, no way. Let's do it. Give me your prediction. How will we do with the Rads? 7-2, I would take that. 7-2-5-0, okay. I mean, if we scrub out quick, we get to do another one. So we will do another one. This is just our first attempt. 3-4 famous last words. There's no way we go over. I would be shocked. Our limited rank's got to be at the very bottom because we hardly ever gold, probably, because we just never play limited. Well, that's a hand. Go, shared animosity with 0 creatures. Okay, I'm revising my prediction. We might go over. Oh, I forgot there's a rank lower than gold. I always reset. If I ever get reset constructed, it goes all the way to, it only goes to gold. I didn't actually realize that bronze was a place we could end up. Ooh, Vampiric Rites. Okay, if we ever draw some creatures, look out. Look out. We can sack them. We can pump them. Our creature's going to go up. Search injure. Come on now, opponent. Well, that's a creature. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just kill it. Get rid of it. Before our opponent can sack it. I mean, we got a Voracious Vermin. When it ETBs, make a rat token. When a creature dies, we get to grow it. Then we get it back with our Oversold Cemetery. The sweet value. Opponent gonna do some rampant. Well, play the land. Run out the vermin. Shared animosity. It's about to be on. It's about to be on. It's about to be on. Opponent grabs an island. Oh god, that's a bomb. Fawn's Bane Troll. Yeah, well, I guess we want a black source then. Is shared animosity actually good? Oh, there's a black source. Is shared animosity actually good? Or is it just like for the memes? Can we vote with channel points? I feel like gambling, if a mod wants to set up some channel point gambling, by all means, can always bargain the second Vampiric Rites. It's true. Opponent. Well, I mean, so this can only fight at sorcery speed. Yeah, I mean, let's do it. Taken by nightmares. We do have good removal. I will give our deck that. Oh. Yes, we would like a Twisted Sister. All right, here we go. Opponent. What do you got? What do you got? The rats are coming. Why are they looking at our Vampiric Rites? What? Opponent. Well, now we're going to have to kill you. We wanted to draw cards and do fun things, but opponent, now we got to make you die. That is on you, opponent. That is on you. Well, make some rats. Attack with some rats. Opponent going to block. Drop to 18. Drop to 17. Yeah, we gotta have the backup. We gotta have the backup in case the first one gets killed. So what's the coolest deck any of you have drafted in this format? Have you drafted anything that's just like super sweet? I feel like I have a... Alright, pound it. Wow, shared animosity feels like it might actually be bad. I'm starting to think it might actually just not be very good. It seems like it's actually going to be hard to get multiple creatures with the same type on the battlefield. On second thought, maybe it won't be as hard as I thought. What does this do? When enchantment you control goes to the graveyard. Okay, that's... Should we just pass? I think we actually just pass. and play the mountain. I think we pass, make the tokens, drop the shared animosity, get ya, hopefully, in theory. All right, quick study, draw some cards. We have a new donation from Icy Doc. Hey, Seth, it's my favorite part of the stream, the part where I give you $3 and you get to think about anchovy pizza. Yum, yum. Can't wait to see what the next donation stream is going to be. What are your suggestions? So we have a pretty high bar to get over with the anchovy stream. What kind of donation stream could we do that would live up to those massive expectations? Well, okay, let's make some rats. Untap, draw a mountain. Well, play Ratcatcher Trainee, play Shared Animosity. Attack with everything. Grow the rats. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Drops to 10. Drops to 9. Ooh, okay, and opponent scoops it up. Hot Wings. Ooh. I mean, no haircuts. The beard can't go. The beard can't go. Cooking stream with fresh beer. Hot Wings would be interesting. I don't know. I don't think I would have a hard time with Hot Wings. Well, the offer's off the table. We have crushed our bronze opponent. Yeah, Shared Animosity did kind of do work there. It kind of did. I was hoping we were going to draw more cards. We did not draw as many cards as I wanted. I don't know. Whenever you ever watch Hot Wings, like the actual show, whenever I watch Hot Wings, I'm like, can't actually be that bad. I think they're all just playing it up. It really can't be that bad. Apparently, UFOs are real. Did you see that? The Mexican government, right? Or is Twitter, has that been debunked? Is that actually not true? There was a thing on social media yesterday about the Mexican government revealing alien. The thing is, I don't understand. I'm sure it's probably fake. So here's the thing. If you're going to fake aliens, why make the aliens look exactly like ETs or like alien movies? I don't get it. Like, if you're going to fake it, like, because here's the thing. If aliens are real, which I think aliens probably are real, like in some sense, like some life outside Earth, but like if aliens are real, what are the chances they look exactly like the ones on TV? The odds are like 0%. There's so many possible ways an alien could look. The chances that they look exactly like Hollywood decided to make them look for movies is like 0%. So I'm always skeptical when there's some alien discovery and it actually just looks like a movie alien. If you're gonna fake it, at least make them hot. That's also, yeah. That's another issue with aliens. They're just not attractive enough. Come on now, fake alien people. Are you gonna play Jund Adventures in Modern? Maybe. Is there like a specific Jund Adventure deck, or? Whenever in chat, you control spell in the graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever ATBs, you can pay 2 to make a sorcerer roll. How do we want to do this? I kind of feel like we need to bargain to kill this thing. I mean, I guess we can just pass and bargain at instant speed. Let's play another Vampiric Rites, play the Mountain. Or we already played them out and pass the turn. Yeah, we're probably going to have to sack one of our Vampiric Rites here. I mean, have we ever talked about aliens chat? Like, aliens, do you think aliens exist? What if aliens can read our minds and adapt their looks to make it easier for us to accept them? Could be possible. I mean, I think aliens could be pretty advanced, I think. That seems realistic to me. All right, we're going to sack the Vampiric Rites to get rid of this 2/3. And do a little scrying. Mountain definitely to the bottom. You can bargain the rat. Oh, we're sacking that rat to Vampiric Rites. I need my card draw. We will sack our enchantment before we sack our... Hey! Someone else on the Oversold Cemetery challenge. And they get to scry 1? Oh, no. Aliens exist. I've been to Vegas. I mean, it seems like law of averages, right? Aliens have to exist. What are the chances they don't exist? Wow, that's a lot of lands. That's a lot of lands in a row. Well, Bellowing Bruiser number 1. Boom. Down to 16. How do you like us now, Warzov enchantments? Aw, don't hit our vampiric rights. Okay, they're gonna go with our 4/4, not our vampiric rights. We're good. We're good. Actually, I don't know if we're good. We might be dying, but at least we have our vampiric rights. Alright, play the Skewer Slinger and a Mountain and pass the turn. They might exist, we'll just never know since they're so far away. That seems likely. I mean, my figgy is like the universe in space is just so incredibly large that it seems very unlikely to me that something somewhere, doesn't exist out there. That's what are the chances? Just it's so big, something else has to exist, I think. We're gonna pass. We're gonna play defense because we're kind of dying. How about it? Crimson Alien from the Salt Planet. Yeah, like kind of true. Opponent pumps. Wait, can you do this twice in a turn? Wow, is this card actually busted? How do we beat this? Like, they can just keep doing this. How do we stop a Slumbering Keeper guard? What? And now they give it flying? Oh no. Oh, this has reach. Haha. Okay. So we will block, we will sack, we will soak up some damage. This is still scary. We need a removal spell for this keep card. That's a mountain, that's not removal. Redcap Thief, also not removal. Well, Twisted Sewer Witch. Play the land. Pass the turn. We do have the card draw. Yeah, I did not realize I had a reach. My post had been buried in Hey, what's up, Die? I'm looking. Let's see. Oh, here's a meme deck I'm somehow winning with in best of one. Let me see, Die. Opponent's gonna pass? Okay. Well, sack the rat. Draw a card, rain you. This Vampiric Rights is mostly what's keeping us in the game at this point. Voracious Vermin. Gnawing Crescendo. Well, play Voracious Vermin, make a rat. Maybe Vampiric Rights is actually pretty good. It might actually be pretty good. Play Redcap Thief. Make a treasure. You know what we need? We need that Oversold Cemetery. That is the missing piece of this puzzle. If we can find the Oversold Cemetery, we can go off. What if aliens learned to play Magic and discovered the best way to win was to keep sketchy hands that work if you draw one more land? Are you saying I might be an alien? Flying when ETBs, if it was bargain, oh no. Okay, not bargained at least, but that thing is a problem. That is a flyer, which is kind of like cheating. All right, sack a rat, draw a card. A swamp, A. Oh, and another swamp. That's a lot of lands. That's a lot of lands. Can we do a greedy attack? Is there some way, if we attack with this Bruiser and this Sewer Witch, how do you think they block? Do they block with the flyer? It would be pretty tempting to block with the flyer, right? And then we crescendo them. We're up to 13. We do need a blocker. Yeah, let's go big attack. Let's go on the offense. Offense. Opponent blocks. Opponent blocks and blocks. Okay. So, gnawing crescendo. Opponent pumps. Sack this. Grow it, make a rat. kill your stuff. Wow, that worked out. That worked out pretty well. That worked out really well. Past the turn. That went way better than I would have expected. Hey, Seth, just emailed you a viewer submitted viewer battle stream list. Also, can't wait for the Blood Moons. Thanks. Hey, Paladin. Yeah, so after a night stream next week, gonna be away in Vegas. Once I get back from Vegas, viewer battle stream is at the top of the list. The next stream after Vegas, I will announce the date, but expect like either like the end of this month or the first week in October. We'll do a viewer battle stream. So it's coming soon. I know we're due, and I want to see everyone's sweet new Wilds of Eldraine brews. Because the chat talked about it. I would never watch Ancient Aliens, but there's a series of Action Bronson watching Ancient Aliens that is almost good as this content. I do kind of like Action Bronson. I don't know Action Bronson that well, but I've heard some songs by him that I kind of like. The whole, like, I'm a chef who raps gimmick is kind of interesting. Well, all right. I mean, maybe this deck's good, or maybe we're at bronze. I did not see your food suggestions, Mega Magic Card, but I'm looking. Give me your food suggestions. Go nice. Go nice. Be easy. Ginger Brute. I don't think we're ever beating that. Not ever beating that. Well, play the land past the turn. If you can find a Chinese authentic place that offers rouge mou, I'd highly recommend it, but it's not likely since it's a popular street food like how hot song vendors are in New York City, but I'd say Korean barbecue or Japanese meats otherwise, knowing your taste. So I actually went to Korean barbecue before. Korean barbecue is not bad. I like Korean barbecue. I've never had rouge mou though. What is rouge mou? What is in it? Am I going to Orlando? I don't believe so. Gonna be in Vegas, and then I'm not sure what my next event after that is. Gonna go to Hell's Kitchen, Gordon Ramsay's, right? I don't know. I don't have. Is there any advice on where to go eat? There's not. Not putting milk on cereal proves I'm not an alien. Because what kind of person puts milk on their cereal? That's something an alien would do. Only an alien. So I think what I'm trying to say is it's all you who are aliens, not me. Normal people like their cereal separate from milk. What is your advice as far as places to eat in Vegas? Any hot tips? 4 damage to a creature. Do we even care about killing a creature? Oh, that's actually kind of an issue. When a rat control becomes blocked, it's +2/+0. We could raid bombardment, try to go aggro, but that doesn't feel great. We could just wait, I guess. I don't know what to do here. We have all these aggro cards, but they're not cards that are... I mean, I guess we can play Recruiter as a blocker. It's not even a good blocker, though, because we can't really block the rats because of this. This might be a mistake, but we're going to kill the tattered rat. And put the roll on the voracious vermin. And pass the turn. We want to be able to block successfully. Yeah, the Ratter messing with us blocking seems like a bit of an issue here. And then next turn we can get down the Twisted Sewer Witch, which seems good. I mean, this limited format seems pretty fun. Hey, what's up, Affinity Squirtle? Hey, Seth, hope all is well. Probably gonna lurk for a bit, but have an amazing stream. Well, Affinity, enjoy the lurking. Hope all is well. Well, let's block a rat. Yeah, we'll just block a rat. Haha! You have activated our Skewer Slinger. Well, that is a lot of damage. Down to 5. And we can't block? Ugh. Well, let's play the Twisted Sewer Witch. And I guess Pass. Oh, we're in a very awkward defensive position because of this ginger brew. I do not like where we're at. Somehow, wow, that pump spell is actually... Really? Really? All right, opponent attacks, pings us, pings us, pings us. So we need to top deck something or win this turn. I'm not sure we can do either. Our opponent's at 20. So we kill all their stuff. They still have the Ginger Brute, though. The Ginger Brute's lethal next turn. Oversold Cemetery. Well, I mean, I don't think this is enough, but we're going to do it. What else can we do? Boom. Combat. Attack ya. Would you like to scoop? That's super lethal, opponent. Don't count, just scoop. Hey, Seth, good luck with the draft. The deck looks sweet. By the way, do you think it's possible to tinker with... They're counting. That's not good. Oh! Gosh, darn it. One up. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, we're dead to the Ginger Brute either way. Oh, so close. Well, math is for blockers, and our opponent did the math before scooping, so... Hey, Seth, good luck with the draft. The deck looks really sweet. By the way, do you think it's possible to tinker with a Sultai deck for Modern? Love the color combination, but it seems like it's not doing well in all formats. Thanks to keep up the good work. Well, Kuzat, I mean... I think you could play a Sultai deck. I think the challenge in Modern is Sultai is not a color that is lined up well with the best Modern Horizons cards. So I think that's the... Wow, we almost got that. I think that's the... Wait, what am I getting punted for? What was the punt? Didn't our opponent have a blocker or no? Well, evolving Wilds go. Did our opponent not have a blocker there? Opponent. Oh, okay. We should have attacked then. Besotted Knight. Well, opponents. Man, this format is really aggressive, isn't it? Very aggressive. I sent you photos of Rujama so you can show it to the stream. Oh, sweet. The rats can't block. We'll have to remember that rats can't block. Well, let's grab our one planes in the off chance that that is relevant. Play the land pass the turn. Yeah, this does seem very just like try to snowball and kill people. Gallant Pie Wielder. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Even just looking at the mechanics, there's like Celebration is very much an aggro mechanic because how are you going to have permanents entering during your opponent's turn? So a lot of the mechanics, rats can't block most of them. So it's a lot of mechanics that I guess even at a glance, it makes sense that it would be a very aggro format because most of the mechanics just push you in the direction of like attack, 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 can't play defense at all. So that actually makes a lot of sense. So I don't think that Sultai is like a difficult color combination, if that makes sense. Like, I think you can build a good Sultai deck in Modern. The problem I see is like when I think of Sultai, I think of like Sultai mid-range, like play a Thoughtseize, play a Goyf, maybe some counter spells, and it's hard to make that work. Like Red in recent sets got all the like super strong 1-drops. The scam plan doesn't really line up with like endurance or the blue evoke elemental. So it seems like it's just kind of gotten the short end of the stick as far as like the really push cards in recent sets. So that would be my concern. So I think you can build a solid deck. You just don't really get to play the super good cards. Are we like getting super blown out if we block? What am I missing here? So this can pump. I mean, if we don't block, we're just going to die. Yeah, apparently this format is very aggressive. So we try blocking. Our opponent has Kellen's Light Blades. Well, I'm starting to see what people are saying about Oversold Cemetery. I still think Oversold Cemetery is a really good card. The problem is this format is just like not about Oversold Cemetery things. It is about attacking and pump spells. That's my initial impression. It's not about the like, oh, grind them out with slow value and do like cool things like that. It's more about like attack, attack, attack. I've been having fun with your cookies deck and standard. Probably the funniest moment is being in Agatha's Cauldron Mirror and sniping opponent's target. Agatha's Soul Cauldron is such a cool card. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike it. I think it's just something to keep in mind. Like when it comes to drafting, like there's a lot of formats where I think, are we literally dead? I mean, I guess we're not literally dead, but we're mostly dead. So there's a lot of formats, I think, where Oversold Cemetery would be like pretty bomby. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Maybe we have a chance here. We might actually have a chance. So we can play a Raid Bombardment. We're at 6. Attack with the rats. Hit ya. Ping ya. Opponent. Down to 16. So now we can torch the tower to get rid of the Gallant Pie Wielder. This thing's not doing anything because there's no enchantments. Opponent. Ooh, that's what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted to see. Okay, so block here. Kill it. Torch the tower. Bargain it. Get rid of this Pie Wielder. Sack the roll. Keep the recruiter. Oh, God. Oh, God. The comeback is on. I think the comeback might be on. So how much damage can we deal here? Not enough. Well, let's make some 2/2s. And pass the turn. Are we going to stabilize at 5? Opponent. The only awkward thing is this recruiter is going to pump outside a Raid Bombardment range, but still. If you're going to be grinding your opponent out, you need to be food or tempo based. Yeah, maybe I'm in the wrong colors for grinding. Maybe you got to be like Orzhov grind. Hey, thank you, Elargento. You're looking cool today as well, I assume. Ever consider making a deck with Lich Knight's Conquest and Moonshaker? Lich Knight's Conquest is definitely on my to-do list. Moonshaker could be the finisher for the deck. I hadn't really... Actually, wait. How much damage... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, only 2 creatures can't block. Wait, so recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he can't quite win this turn. Well, play Voracious Furbin. Yeah, I think we just wait. We just wait one more turn. Next turn, I think we can get him. Unless our opponent does something big or kills us. This recruiter plus keeping you from blocking should let us win. Opponent. I mean, attacking 2/2s into a 3/3 isn't good, right? If we attack, don't they just kill our things with their 3/3? Opponent does some scrying. And passes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right, now we got to do the math again. So, if we recruiter, actually have two options. So if we do this, we'll have 2 more rats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll hit for 5 directly. Then our opponent can block 4 things. So they'll block this. We'll hit for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's make rats. Is this not lethal? Right. So we trigger Raid Bombardment with 5 creatures. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attackers. Our opponent has 4 blockers. So they take 5. That's got to be lethal. That's lethal, right? Is there a way this goes wrong? Am I missing? What am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, math is... I agree with that sentiment. Math is for blockers. Let's play the recruiter, and we're going to swing with everything. I think this means we win the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm miscounting. That sounds like something I might do. But, yeah, all right. All right, opponent, you're blocking. The math is on you. So 5 Raid Bombardment triggers. Opponent goes to 10. They do have 1 card in hand. Their 1 card could blow us out. If they have like a removal spell or something. Thankfully, we do have these 2 vigilant creatures, so I don't think we just die on the backswing, because they're going to have to do some blocking here. Oh, is there a fog? That's probably worth checking, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe there's a random Coven Fog that I overlooked. There could be a bad one. Opponent, are you dead? We did way too much math for being the attacker that game. we actually had to think. The fog is too white. Oh no. Oh, if they have a fog, we're so done. Opponent does a bunch of blocking. This looks lethal to me. Okay, sure. Oh, our math paid off. Oh, we won super easy. What was all that math for? We had him dead by a million. Okay, we're cruising. We're cruising with the rats. See, I think that's how you gotta play the format. Just boom, get them. Attack. Oh, the fog would have been so brutal. How many of you were there? So I got Doubling Season on the mind again, now that we have Doubling Season on Arena. And I was messing around with Doubling Season on Arena, and it reminded me, how many of you were there, and this was a long time ago now, with Double Moonwalkers being a deck? How many of you were actually around? I don't know if you remember the infamous Double Moonwalkers, which was a modern deck. It was a modern deck that used Doubling Season and Blood Moon and Planeswalkers, and you were trying to ultimate Planeswalkers right away with Doubling Season. And there was this game, one of the best of all time, where we like went off. We ultimated Tameo, so we had Omniscience, and we spent like 10 minutes playing every Planeswalker, ultimating every Planeswalker. Oh, it was gonna be so sweet. And we were like, why isn't our opponent scooping? Why are they? Oh, thank you for sitting there, opponent, and letting us do all this. So we do our combo for 10 minutes. It ends with Nahiri getting a hasty Emrakul. So we get the hasty Emrakul, we swing at our opponent, and they had deflecting palm, and we died. We did like the biggest, coolest turn imaginable, and they deflecting palmed our Emrakul. And we were the one that died instead of our opponent. One of my all-time favorite losses. It was so good. But I think we can do that on Arena now. No Blood Moon, sadly, but we knew the rest of it. You saw the clip today? Oh, how did you find that clip? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that is a classic. That was a classic loss. So what does this do? When ETBs Put a +1/+1 counter on a free creature that died this turn. Sure. Well, let's run out the Scarecrow guide. Isn't doubling season in Primal Vigor the same? It is, except Primal Vigor also attacks your, also impacts your opponent. So it doubles your opponent's counters and so forth. Ooh, rat out. Looking good here. So Mega Magikarp, what was the name of this food again? Dragon Mantle. Sure, it's us. Play the land. And we'll just play the Redcap Thief. Roja Mu. Oh, it's a clip from, wow, 7 years. I can't believe we've been doing this so long. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm always blown away the fact that, like, it's been like 7 years that we've been doing it. I think it's been longer than that. I was actually thinking about this today. I'm pretty sure if you go back to when I first wrote an article for MTG Goldfish, I'm pretty sure the second article I ever wrote was about the True Name Nemesis Commander deck, which was Commander 2013. So I'm pretty sure in like a month, it'll be actually 10 years since I first started working at Goldfish. The stream came a little bit into this. At first it was articles, and then it was YouTube started, and then the stream started. So stream maybe has been, I mean, I guess we can see. Awesome Dude, Psychologist is #1 at the moment at 83 months. So even that's like pretty close to 7 years, just under 7 years, right? Wow, the pre Facecam era, that is the old days. Sometimes I think, I don't know. I mean, I guess I had to do the face cam eventually. There was something nice about not having the face cam though. That was an interesting era of making content. I mean, at this point, there's no way it would work, but it was there was some mystery to it. I remember people saying they thought it was just like some magic playing character or something. Yeah, maybe we got to do a 10-year anniversary celebration stream or something. Another Vampiric, right? So we can play the Spear Guard. Yeah, let's start doing our sack shenanigans. Play the Spear Guard, pass. We can block, second Vampiric, right? Draw a card. We are in grind 'em out mode. Okay, so this food, everyone said that. Every single person. Your face doesn't match your voice. Yup. That's probably true. First video I saw of yours was 34 Rhinos, October 15th, 2015. That was one of the first Against the Odds. I think Against the Odds started a few months before that, like over the summer of 2015. And I think the Rhino deck was the first one that kind of was sort of big and a lot of people actually like watched and were into. It's so funny to go back and just hear those and look at them now, just like no face cam, the quality's horrible. I'm not very comfortable talking on like on mic and listening to my own voice. I can definitely hear it now, just like how much different it is compared to today. We are really not doing much of anything here, are we? Oh, and this can't even block. That's unfortunate. Well, let's play another Village Raids. We're definitely gonna have to torch the tower or something. All right, so wait, make a Magikarp one more time. What was this food? I got the pictures pulled up. Juma something. Ooh, 11. Oh, man, I miss that era of Magic. I bet it's just me being nostalgic. Those are some of my favorite decks, but I wonder how much of that was just nostalgia. Oh, deck text and gameplay were in different videos. Yeah, that was a thing for a while. At this point, like, deck texts are like the trajectory of deck text on Magic. I don't know what killed deck texts. There was a time, like, if you go back to the earlier days of the YouTube, remember instant deck text? I used to do like a deck tech every day, like a 5-minute deck tech going over a new deck. That was like a real big thing. We did so many deck tags, and they were actually pretty popular. Deck tags is like not even, you can't even do deck tag content anymore. It's like pretty much just not even an option. I think we might be dying. Let's bargain this to kill this. What role is this? Young hero role. And that grows the creature? I wish I knew what a young hero role did. Okay, that's the one that grows the creature. 3, 4. Boy, this is bad. Sure. This is bad in a whole bunch of ways. Our rats not being able to block is problematic. Our opponent has way more bodies than we do here. So, torch the tower. Get rid of this thing. We're still going to bargain because we need to scry. We got to find action here because we were just straight up dying. We need a big body that can play defense. At least. Oh, 3 of 4. Oh, I want to make it work so bad, but it's so slow. We even got the setup for it. All right, we can't do it. Oversold Cemetery is proving to be as bad as people said. It's so slow. I think we got to be a more oh no, another land. This is not looking good. Oh god, in another land. Okay, yep. Well, not a lot of blocking, not a lot of lands. All right, so this food, Mega Magikarp. Rouja Mo. What actually is this? So this looks like, to me, this looks like English muffin with green stuff and pork, maybe? Some sort of meat. English muffin, gross green stuff, meat. What actually is it made out of? I mean, it doesn't look bad. Although, it kind of looks like a McMuffin gone wrong. A McMuffin with too many vegetables. Pulled pork? Hey, it was pork. Any Commander Clash themes, you're going to need a very strong Hogak deck for. Ooh. I'd have to think about it. What kind of theme would Hogak work well for? Maybe some sort of graveyard week, band week. Wow. Okay. I mean, we're keeping this. This is all of our Enchanted Tales. We got them all. We don't got much else, but we got Enchanted Tales for days. If there was ever a time for Oversold Cemetery to prove its mighty worth, it's going to be this game. This is the one. This is the one for it to go off. Opponent plays a mountain. Armory Mice, the classic mice versus rats matchup. Well, how about a red cap thief? And 3/1 gets +0/+2 as long as 2 or more permanents, ET bead. Sure, pass the turn. So we do need 2 more creatures. Uncastable commanders could be a good theme. I kind of like that idea. What other commanders are there that you can't really cast? Opponent. Flick of the coin. All right. We wanted to sack that for value, but let's play the Stinger. And we need lands. We need red mana. We can do Oversold Cemetery shenanigans. Can we get to that point? Our opponent just took everything that said celebration by the looks. Armory Mice. Sure. Opponent with the big attack. Well, block and block. Kill it. Draw a red land. Not like this. Not like this. We actually can make Oversold Cemetery work this game. We just don't have the lands. Hopeful Vigil. We just don't have the lands. Opponent with a big attack. Well, we will block. We will sack. Pray really hard for some land. Oh, it's a red card that we can't cast. Oh, there's a red source. That's a red source. Okay. How do we not die, though? That's the new question. Play the Spear Guard. Play the Oversold Cemetery. Haha. There we go. Locking it in. Locking it in. Oversold Cemetery actually going to do work. Wait, that tramples? That doesn't trample. This tramples? Oh, why would I block the trampler? I didn't actually read that card. Is Flick of a Coin a good card? Is Flick of a Coin actually a good card, or are we just getting wrecked by, like, a card that is not good? We drafted one, but 3 mana for a gut shot with a bunch of extra text does not seem that good. Wow. Yeah, you gotta be aggro. You gotta be aggro. Opponent. Wow, Pollen Shield here off the treasure and goes attacking, and yeah, it looks pretty dead. Well, chat, I will admit, Oversold Cemetery. Whoever said Oversold Cemetery was bad, sadly, I think you're right about it in this limited format. Like, you said going into it that the format's aggressive. Do we win any games? Yeah, we win 4-3, 3-3, 3-3. 3-3. All right, we'll do one more. Okay, so well, now we know about this format. You said going into it, it was really aggressive. I don't think I actually believed you. It is incredibly aggressive. So going into this, perspective's a little bit different. Cards like Oversold Cemetery, which I absolutely love, and I think are just such cool grindy cards, or even Vampiric Rites, I think those cards go way down in value compared to what I was thinking. I was thinking those cards would be really sweet. But after playing that, it is very much like curve out attack type of format. So what do we get? Draft number 2. The only other option is food. Yeah, maybe in another color combination it could be good. Ugh. So Scalding Viper seems like a good card. The problem is I keep hearing blue is like horrible in this format. Is blue actually horrible? What is this? So Simic, Signpost, Uncommon, ramps into big stuff. Viper is great. Great enough to take a blue card. Isn't blue the color you should not draft? Well, I'll probably take Scalding Viper then. Like, Twisted Fealty is probably okay in aggro. 5 mana bargain for when ATBs if it was bargain fight a creature. That could probably be good in a green deck. Troyan is busted too. 3 mana 1/3. Taps had 2 mana. Only just casts big spells or X spells. Also loots. You know what? Let's take Viper. I do like Troyan. Let's try the new rare though. Ooh, how is Stabulum like insane in this format? I remember, what format was this in? Gatecrash or something? I remember it being in an aggro format in the past, and it was actually really good. Because even if you don't kill things, the damage is actually super relevant. Like, it shrinks a big creature and deals damage every turn, or it kills small creatures. I don't know if we want to take it here. We could just take Witchstalker's Frenzy, which is probably pretty good. Maybe we're going to try to be like, is it-ish? I imagine Witchstalker's Frenzy's got to be really good. Yeah, Frenzy just seems like it kills everything. And it's so aggro, we're going to be able to cast it for 1 mana a lot. Maybe we can be like, is it... Ooh, Frolicking Familiar. I was just going to say, maybe we can be some sort of is it Spellslinger deck. I want to see if it works. So Frolicking Familiar... Apparently 1 damage is actually very good in this format because it kind of wrecked us last game. This has all kinds of good red cards. Cut-In is really good. Witch's Mark would be okay. Spone Splitter Bolt kills kind of anything. I kind of just want to take the familiar, though. That gives us two Is It Prowess style adventures. Redcap is way better. Wait, what is way better? Take the bolt? Really? Over the Frolicking Familiar? I'm gonna take the familiar. We're gonna head down the Is It path for now. We'll see if we end up there. So what do we get in this pack? 2 mana 2/2. Beginning a camp on your turn, if you control a creature with power greater, you get to rummage. Until end of turn, creature becomes a 4/4 flying hexproof. Sleight of hand is fine. Spell Scorn Coven could be good. I don't know if we can go Grixis, but the Tony Mac! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you, Sleight of... I don't know if we want to try to go Grixis. Sleight of hand is fine. There's another Stab Wound. Also a Shatter of the Oath. Target creature gets +2/+1. Oh, that actually seems... Yeah, the adventure side actually seems good with what we're doing. Let's just keep... Ooh, Smothering Tithe. Let's keep taking good adventures. No adventure that is obvious to take. Maybe now we take this Sleight of Hand. How do we feel about Freeze in Place? Is Freeze in Place good? Yeah, I mean, Tithe is such a cool card, but after seeing how aggro stuff is last game, it seems like a hard card to make work in this format. It seems like a super hard card to make work. Tap target creature an opponent controls. Put 3 stun counters on it. Scry 2. The tap stuff might actually be good in this format because it's so... Wow. Well, you know, Teamer is actually like a Spellslinger color. We could get the Otter. I don't know if Troyan actually works with the Spellslinger pan. This is the trample thing that wrecked us last game. First strike, sack it to create a roll. Do we really want a green card? Whenever you get a spell with mana value 5 or greater, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Compulsion. Discard a card, draw a card. Sacrifice it, draw a card. Yeah, let's take the Prowler. Yeah, I think at this point ooh, wow, it's a late cut-in. Target creature's owner puts on the top and bottom of their library. Well, cut-in is just way better than that. We're definitely taking cut-in. Unless we get a real big bomb, I think staying 2 colors is probably ideal with a deck like this. I think this deck wants to be relatively focused and aggressive. Like I think that's how Spellslinger wants to be. 3 mana, 3/3 menace. ETBs make a poor Hill Giant. How far Hill Giants have fallen? Like, remember when Hill Giant was like this standard for a red 4-drop? Just like for a common. Now your Hill Giants have to actually like make another 1/1 on top of it. I wonder if this is worth it. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. Gains haste until end of turn. Create a wicked roll attached up to 1 target creature. So it grows one of your creatures, steals one of your opponent's creatures. With how tempo-y this format is, I could see that actually working. It would be nice if we could sack the creature, but let's take another pack. Wow! Wait, is cut-in not good? Am I missing something? Is this like not considered a good card in this format? Why is cut-in one of the last 4 cards in a pack? That seems absolutely ridiculous to me. Well, red being open is good for us. White Pump Spell. Scream buff. Well, we'll take the cheap thing. Take the Scavenger. Tattered Ratter. I don't know if maybe we could play Tattered Ratter. Maybe we're a rat deck again. Why are we so good at opening Agatha's Soul Cauldron? Oh, can we have Wizard's Nightmare come true? Can we take Spreading Seas and make someone not be able to play Magic? Can we get Spreading Seas banned in Draft? Is there a way we could actually get them banned in Draft? I mean, there's good options though. This actually seems like an unruly catapult deck. If there was ever an unworthy catapult deck, it's probably this one. Stone Splinter Bow, also very good. And then Torch the Tower is also really good. This thing seems fine, but it's kind of fillery. Really, you would take the... Oh, Tower, okay. I was thinking Catapult. I was like, you take the Catapult over one of the removal spells? I think that Torch the Tower is just considered to be, like, the best red common, I would guess, or one of them. I think Torch the Tower is probably better than Bolt in this deck. How many creatures do we have? We really want more Spellslinger. What other Spellslinger creatures are there? So we have, like, this Tattered Ratter, which is okay, but... Wow, Beseech the Mirror, too. Beseech the Mirror, too. Well, it seems like this would be a good format for It seems like this would be a good format for rare drafting, because we're getting a lot of mythics just passed to us. 3 mana, 2/1 flying, instant sorceries cost 1 less to cast. That seems fine, except we saw a lot of things that deal 1 damage. Beginning to come on your turn, if you control a creature power greater, 4 or greater, draw a card, discard a card. Tempest Art, draw 2, discard 2, trample. When you cast spell 5 or greater, put a counter on it. Hatching Plans, how do we get it in the graveyard, though? I guess we... Actually, that is busted, isn't it? Duh. Yeah, bargain. Okay, Hatching Plans actually probably is really good in this format. I thought you were joking around. But actually, because of bargain, it probably is actually... Wow, another cut-in. My God, there's also... Wait, how many ways do we have to bargain? If we're taking this Hatching Plans, we do need to be able to sack it. That might be an argument for taking the Bolt over the cut-in, just because Bolt has bargain, and we do want to be able to sack this Hatching Plans. Journey is... Oh, yeah, that's a lot of card draw, too. Is Journey actually good? All right, let's try the Journey. When it comes to formats that I've just started playing, I like to check out the rares if I can to see how they work. Plus, we should be able to get more bargain stuff, I think. I am a little nervous about ending up without enough creatures. Bowl of Porridge. 2 mana, 2 tap it, choose one that hasn't been chosen, 2 damage to a creature, tap a creature, sack it, gain 3 life. Like the land here? Oh, it's such a bad land, though. It's such a lot of black cards. This, I don't think we really want. Bowl of Porridge doesn't seem that bad. Journey is trash. Even it... Oh, no, my God. You know. Oh, jeez. Both in the same pack. And also a Ratcatcher trainee. So this is our Signpost Uncommon. 4 mana, 2/5, cast instants and sorceries off the top of the library. Another Hatching Plans, though, which is a 2 mana draw 3, which is absurd. I think we got to take the Johan just because I am nervous that we're not going to have enough creatures. That is some... Wow, my goodness. Red is like... How good is this? Draw 3 cards, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token that can only block fires. Okay. Yeah, Torch the Tower is better. Yeah, red is, like, absurdly open here. It is kind of ridiculously open. Well, let's take another Ratter just because it's a body. Not a good body. Hey! It's our friend. It's our friend Grabby Giant. We found the Grabby Giant. I mean, the red removal has been coming around ridiculously late. A Catapult seems good. This seems like a good Catapult deck. Boundary Lands Ranger. Oh, that's the rummaging one. Is this card good? Are we gonna ever have a creature power 4 or greater? It's either that or a red cap theft. Yeah, we'll take the red cap theft. We have a bunch of 2-drops already. Wait, chat, am I missing something? Seriously, this is the second pack in a row that Cut-In has been one of the last 4 cards in the pack. Is Cut-In just not actually a good card? Do people not consider it to be a good card? I'm so incredibly confused. Because I assume that's just like a first pickable card. Like, not a bomb or any. Oh my, yes, and we got the Hatching Plans back too. Oh, this deck is going to be sweet. Oh, boy, red is open. I was really hoping we'd get the Hatching Plans back. That is fortunate. I didn't think we would. I thought it was unlikely that it would come back, but we actually got it all the way back. Yeah, this deck is going to be kind of insane. It blows me out all the time when my opponent has it, yeah. What are we taking here? So there's a Catapult. That should come back. Embereth Veteran can make a Young Hero roll. Return target non-land permanent. Oh, this is another bargain card. This is kind of good because it can bounce our sack our Hatching Plans. Yeah, I mean, we already saw the last Catapult wheel, so I'm very confident this one's going to come back. I don't think anyone else is trying to do what we're doing. Even if we can't cast the black side, Decadent Dragon, 4 mana 4/4 Flying Trample and makes a treasure seems very good in limited. Like, that's probably enough. Daredevil's fine. Galvanic Giant. 7 mana, draw 4, discard 2. Whenever you cast a spell with mana vary 5 or greater, target opponent puts a stone counter on it. Yeah, I think Dragon's probably the way to go. Like, this seems fine. Daredevil we would play. Yeah, we do have some treasures, and this makes treasures. We'll take the Dragon as our big finisher. We can always just keep taking Grabby Giants. Maybe that's how you make Grabby Giant good. You just you draft a bunch of Decadent Dragons. Scumble to the Cold. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures and opponent control. Ew. This feels like a card you basically have to be Hilda to make it work. This doesn't seem bad since it puts a cursed roll on something. Grabby Giant might just be better, though. You think Transmuter or Grabby Giant? I think it's one of those two. Oh, we have a lot of removal. I kind of want Grabby Giant, I think. As Foretold. Seems very difficult to actually make As Foretold work. Food Fight. Oh, we just don't have enough artifacts for Food Fight. Into the Fey Court. I don't even know. Do we even want more card draw with double Hatching Plans? I guess we could just take Minecraft Daredevil. Rage. Is Monstrous Rage busted? All right, we'll take... Well, you know what? I'm actually going to take Daredevil. I'm still worried about having enough bodies. Another cut in. I'm still concerned about having enough bodies. So the one way we can get more bodies into the deck is just like taking some of these adventure cards that are spells and bodies. Do we take the 4th cut in? We're going to have Young Hero roll on everything. This deck has so much removal. This deck actually seems like it's probably insane. Merry Bards. When ATBs play one, create a Young Hero roll. And I'd probably just take Catapults. Catapults seem sweet. The biggest problem we have with this... Cut in number 5? How about number 5? Should we take number 5? Mono Green Stompy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Champion, thank you. There's a Ginger Brute. I don't know how aggressive we really are. You know what? I'm just going to take the cut in. I don't think... Jesus. Maybe this card's bad. Maybe this card is bad. I mean, nothing's going to live against us. Nothing is going to live against us, that is for sure. We get the Catapult back, so we got 3 Catapults. Another Daredevil. Oh, I got the Transmuter back too. Yeah, take the Court of Fate. Wow, another Daredevil. I feel like this is, 6 cut-ins is absurd. That is like kind of absurd. Cut-in is very bad. Really? Is it actually considered to be very bad? We've been debating it all draft. Yeah, the hard part of this deck is going to be figuring out what to cut. We have a lot of potentially playable cards. We could use a Yarion and just play it all. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mega Magikarp. All right, yeah, we don't need your recommendations. We're good. We can do it ourselves. So, all right, let's see. We need to cut a ton of cards. How many creatures do we have currently? 21. Okay, so what are we definitely not cutting? So the core of our deck, hatching plans, obviously. Ways to sack hatching plans. How many ways can we sack hatching plans? Actually, you know what? Let's do this in a different way. Let's start with creatures. So we got 3 catapults. The Tattered Ratters, I'm kind of meh on. We can play them to fill out our curve if we need to. Frolicking Familiar is good. The Daredevils are spells and creatures. Redcap Thief is fine. Transmuter can also be removal. The packs, I think, are kind of fillery. They're okay. Decadent Dragon's a bomb. Six cut-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17 creatures. My God. My goodness. Okay, so I guess we're cutting these packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's still 17. 17, that does not leave a lot of room for spells, though. I mean, maybe that's fine. So, 2 hatching plans. Stopgap to torch the towers. Frenzy. Sleight of hand. Extraordinary Journey actually seems good in this deck. But what about our cut-ins? How are we going to fit our 6 cut-ins? That's still 8 too many cards. What about our cut-ins, chat? Won't you think of the cut-ins? Won't you think of the cut-ins? All right, we can trim a Daredevil. We probably need 4 Daredevils. Go down to 4 cut-ins makes sense. I kind of do want to try the Extraordinary Journey, especially with how many adventure cards we have. We have quite a few adventure cards. So the catapults also want us to have a lot of spells, which means like Grabby Giant gets way better. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if Johan is just bad. Like, do we even have enough spells to really make this work? Actually, oh no. So chat, can you cast Adventures off the top of your deck? Can we cast Adventures or no? If we can cast Adventures, it's probably good. If we can't cast Adventures, then it's probably bad. Okay, we can. Okay, well, if we can cast Adventures, then it's good. I was thinking we only have like 6 spells, but yeah, if we can cast our Adventure spells, then it's pretty good. How many creatures we got? 15. Let's look at our curve again. So Sleight of Hand. Yeah, I guess we don't really have that many things that just care about spells, so Sleight of Hand loses some value. This is like the only thing that really cares about instants and sorcery. Well, I guess also the catapults do. I think the Grabby Giants can stay because they can make a treasure on 2. Prowler is definitely just like curve filler. The question is, do we need it just to fill out our 2-drop slot? We have 3 bargain cards. We don't have another way to actually destroy it, I don't think. Yeah, maybe we go down, maybe we go one hatching plans. Yeah, I mean, I guess we have adventure stuff we can play on too. It's just so aggressive that if we're like, I worry that if we're on the draw, can we really afford to make a treasure on two, or do we just, that's such a bad body though. We're never going to grow it. All right, we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it. Go down one catapult. We could go down one catapult. That would leave us at 13 creatures, 2 catapults. Can you explain why you cut the sleight of hand in draft? So sleight of hand is just kind of fillery. So the main value of it, when we picked it, the main thinking was, hopefully we're like a prowess deck that just cares about triggering things by casting spells. But the way our deck ended up, we have a lot of adventure spells. So we should have plenty of spells between like Minecraft Daredevils, Deck and a Dragon, Grabby Giants, our million cut-ins. So we should have plenty of spells. And we really don't have a ton of stuff that just cares about chaining together spells. We have 2 catapults we're going to play, and then the 1 Frolicking Familiar. I was thinking we might have a bunch of Frolicking Familiars and maybe an Otter and so forth, and really just want to like play like a constructed prowess deck. But in the end, I don't think it ended up that way. All right, let's try it like this. Let's start here. If we have problems, we can always switch it up, but too many 4-drops. Well, just keep in mind that a lot of our 4-drops are also 2-mana adventure cards. So hopefully, like Grabby Giant, it's not really a 4-drop because it's also our 2-drop. So I think that helps with the curve purposes at least. Hello to you, Knight Dante. I mean, plus we get to see the power of this thing constructed. We know the Grabby Giant pretty busted. Rotisserie Elemental. Oh, this thing. Okay, sure. Opponent goes to combat, gets in, hits us. So, like, see here, even though Grabby Giant's a 4-drop, we get to treasure it here, so it's still pretty good. And it really helps us with our other 4-drops because it ramps us into them. Embereth Veteran. Wow. Rotisserie. Opponent is aggro. They did get the message about being aggro, that's for sure. We'll play the land, and I guess just play the catapult for now. Defense. Yeah, double of the same rare. That's actually pretty rare. Opponent with the big attack. I think they have Menace too. We're going to get blown up by a monster roll, aren't we? No. Okay. Down to 17. Grows the Rotisserie Elementals. So this is, when it deals combat damage, you can sacrifice X. So top X cards of your library, X them obscure cards on you, and play those cards this turn. Wow. Okay. Opponent has already sacked one for a Kindled Hero. Opponent got the message about being aggro. We do not have any Flick of Coins in the deck currently. Opponent. What are they? Oh, opponent. Opponent. Well, I mean, yeah, let's just kill it, I guess. There's way more removal where this came from, so yeah, let's roll up this catapult, ping ya, kill it. Now has defender, so it's never gonna attack, but that's fine. Yeah, we don't want to. Wow, an opponent skill. What is our opponent playing, like 10 lands or something? I feel like our opponent was like max greed mode. That was way easier than it should have been. Young Hero Catapult. The flavor of this, I'm still kind of meh on the roll mechanic. Like, I still don't know. Isn't there a role that is only in the commander precon? What's the role that's like a ethereal armor? Like +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control or enchantment you control. Isn't there a role that like it exists on like a single card in a commander precon or something? Yeah, they do seem made for digital is a good way to describe it. I think that is very true. Do any of those exist in Standard? Or is Virtuous Roll seriously... I'm going to Scryfall it. Virtuous, it literally is a single card in the Commander Precon. Yeah. Yeah, one card in the Commander Precon. It's just like so much brain power to track for a single card. I think you're right though that the goal is probably to be a digital mechanic more than a paper mechanic, because in digital it takes care of it all itself basically. Oh, Beanstalk Worm, eh? We are gonna need blue mana eventually. Or maybe we just make a treasure with a Grabby Giant. About it, Forest. Wow, grows it. Well, we'll make a treasure. Opponent. I mean, we got cut-ins for days. 4 days. Play the land. Huh. Yeah, let's just run out. Me shorter Grabby. Yeah, the Ward 2 is actually kind of annoying. I like that art. The dude's just admiring those toadstools. Also floating. Is he floating? I think he's floating and admiring the toadstools. Maybe Grabby's pretty good. He's certainly giving it to that cow. Video goes live Monday. Ooh, awesome, Doug. I will keep an eye out for it. I'm excited for it. About it. We're gonna grab an oof. Alright, Beanstalk Worm, and about it. Well, I think it's time to do some cutting in. Cut in the Beanstalk Worm. Hero roll the Grabby Giant. Go attacking. That's a 5/4 Grabby Giant. Hit ya. This deck might actually just be busted. Not sure if you checked it out, so repost coming. Let me see die. Ooh, some Vadric action, eh? Vadric, if you can get it going, he can like cast a lot of spells. That's a Vadrex. Yeah, the X spells seem cool with it. March's Reckless Joy makes me sad because you only play 2 of the cards. I really wish it let you play all of the cards. That would make it so much better. Ruckus! Yes to you. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 11th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super here. Thank you. Grabby. OP Giant. Opponent. Only 1 card left in hand. Can it kill the Grabby Giant? Okay, they're going to destroy the roll that literally... I guess they just want to cycle it. But that roll was not really doing anything. So. Well, go to combat. Hit you with the Grabby Giant. See what our opponent does. If they block... We might just bounce the Toadstool Admire, I think. Reset it. Opponent just takes it. Sure. Well, in that case, we'll play the land. Play the guest. Play the... Do we care about triggering... As long as +1/+1 in trample, as long as 2 permanents entered. Mother Frogger! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Yes. Oh, I forgot to update the record. Yeah, we're 1-0 so far. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. How are you, Mother Frogger? Hey, what's up, Gordius? How are you? You know what? Let's just... Yeah, we'll just play the Thief. That's fine. Run out the Thief. This does mean we probably don't trigger Celebration next turn, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, Commander Clash ran super long today, so by the time we finished, it was almost stream time, and I had to go get Bear and grab some food, so it was a little bit of a late start. Wasn't planning on a late start, but... Oh yeah, I forgot. Cut-in makes a roll. You're right. You're right. That... Opponent is all about these Toadstool Admirers. I think our opponent's pretty close to being dead here. Ooh, Decadent Dragon 2. Huh. I mean, can we just make our opponent die? Is it possible they just die? I don't know about these Toadstool Admirers. 4 to pump is a lot. The Ward 2 is nice, but 4 to pump, yikes. Well, let's just go to combat. We're just gonna go to combat and swing and see what our opponent does. We have a pump spell in hand. Opponent blocks. Opponent, block carefully. Block carefully, opponent. Blocks, blocks, blocks. So we will pump. Yeah, let's just pump that. Bunch of stuff dies. Opponent gets a young hero roll. The young hero roll is kind of awkward because they need to attack with it. And I don't know if they can afford to attack with it here. Yeah, we might actually have this one kind of locked. Opponent. Only problem with cut-in is a sorcery. Maybe that's why it was going so late. Like, that is a drawback. That it, you can't cast an instant speed. Do we just slam the dragon? I mean, I think that's the correct play. It's not as fun as stealing our opponent's cards, but 4/4 flyer that makes a treasure is pretty good. Hey, you're always welcome to lurk, Ario. Hopefully everything's going well with you. Look at this deck. I love playing in standard. Ooh, let me see Corneus. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're pretty dead here. Infinity tokens. Is this... So we were actually a little bit at the end of the last stream, Corneus, and this deck looks really sweet. We were playing a... Is this only not... Oh, it's dead anyway. So, can we make our opponent die? So we play this. Scry. Keep a Daredevil. Cut in. Get rid of the Beanstalk Worm. Put a roll on the Redcap Thief. And smack ya just a bit. Make a treasure. And Grabby Giant might actually be a pretty good card. Yeah, the end of our last stream, Cordy, is we were actually playing the Three Blind Mice Tameo thing, and it was way sweeter and more effective than I thought. The thing is, we were playing it in a pretty control shell with a bunch of counters, and one of my takeaways was I really wanna try to build it in like a more of a token focus sort of way, which it looks like kind of exactly what you're doing. So I actually really want to try this now because I really like the Three Blind Mice Tameo synergy. Plus you got Calyx in there, you got the Mondrax in there. So this is like, compared to the deck we played last stream, I think this is way more potential to just go super big. Any hits at the upcoming Budget Magic. So let's see. I've been trying to get stuff done as much as I can for everyone being gone in Vegas. So there'll still be stuff going up on the YouTube. This week's Budget Magic is standard. The one I'm working on for the next week is Modern, I believe. And then, beyond that, too far in the future, Math is for blockers. Yeah, deck looks really sweet, Gordius. Well, maybe we'll finally do our hatching plans thing. And we got Extraordinary Journey. So in our perfect world, we like... Well... In our perfect world, we scry for blue mana. Transmuter. Yeah, let's just go bottom. So if we can somehow get down this journey... Well, there's a cut in. If we can get down the journey, it does draw off of our adventure cards. The infinite turtle power is pretty sweet. It's really sweet when it works. It can be a little inconsistent sometimes just because... You know what? I think we actually just run this out. I think it's worth it. So we run it out so we can draw off our Grabby Giant. If our opponent plays any adventures, we'll draw off them. And hopefully we draw into a way to bargain away the hatching plans. Yeah, Tamiyo 3 Blind Mice is really sweet. And it actually is, like, kind of pretty good. It snowballs harder than I realize. Like, once it gets going, it becomes just an insurmountable board of mice. It's actually really hard for people to get through. So when so this one in a couple days is standard in a week, or change later is modern. Yes, that's what the current schedule is. Standard on Monday, and then I'm trying to get it done ahead because I'm going to be gone in Vegas for like just over a week. So trying to get it done ahead for the following Monday, and that one I really want to do modern. So that's the the Torch the Tower too. That is the current schedule. Run out the Grabby Giant, draw a card. Torch the Tower was a really good draw. Not only does it kill something, which is relevant, it also sacks a hatching plan. So this is going to be the Torch the Tower ancestral recall, essentially. Yeah, the idea is to bargain it away, mostly. Ooh, opponent has Kellen. That's spicy. For a Knightly Valor. Okay, well, that we're going to have to kill. Opponent. Are we Kellening? Can you beat a Grabby Giant? No one beats a Grabby Giant. No one beats a Grabby Giant. What is a dragon in that art? That looks so familiar to me. That's like a Lorcana card. I feel like that's a I feel like that's a Disney movie dragon of some kind. Well, let's play the hatching plans. Hit you with the Grabby Giant. Down to 14. Pass the turn. Maleficent, yes! I don't know what that is, but you're right. That is exactly what it reminds me of. Did Wizards just rip off Disney? Yes, we'd like to draw a card. Ooh, stopgap. Oh, and we can bargain that too? Oh, that's kind of ridiculous. That is kind of... So we can bounce something... Bestotted Knight. So we don't really want to bounce that. Let's Torch the Tower. Bargain. Kill the Kellen. Sack the hatching plans. Draw a few cards. Keep the Scalding Viper. Yeah. That was pretty nice. Hatching plans, doing some work, and we fizzle the night. About it. Gonna get in for the sad one with the Charming Scoundrel. Oh, this hand... This deck, I feel like this might actually be a 7-0. This might actually be a 7-0 deck. This deck actually feels incredibly strong at the moment. Yeah, our opponent might be agreeing. Good game, friend. Get in, hit ya. Yeah, this deck seems really good. Yeah, Hatching Plans is a lot better than I expected. I mean, being in bronze, I'm sure, helps as well. It's the downside of not really ever playing limited. Is aggravated assault something we're concerned about? I mean, as long as our opponent doesn't have a creature, what does any of this matter? Let's... Oh, we should have done that pre-combat, I guess. Huh. Okay, let's just... Well, whatever. We should have done a pre-combat, but that's fine. Kill the Charming Scoundrel. Put the counter on the Grabby Giant. Pass the turd. Now we have something to bargain off of in this young hero. We don't really want to sack the Extraordinary Journey. Our opponent has no creature for this Knightly Valor. Have you played against the Cascade deck much? That's a deck that people keep talking about that, like, just random people, not like pros or anything, but just random people are like, I think that deck's busted. I don't know. I still don't know exactly where I stand on that one. Sure. And we get pinged. Opponent passes. We draw an island. Well, okay, so play the land. Bounce the Bards. Play the Viper. Draw a card with the Extraordinary Journey. Play the Catapult. Play the land. Or Grabby Giant, yeah. Grow the Grabby Giant down to 7. And looking good. Not even busted. I found it very fun to play. Beat it a few times in draft. The young Grabby Hero Giant. He's playing the Grabby role. Opponent gonna break the spell. Takes 1. Blows up our Extraordinary Journey. And Merry Bards returns. Takes another 1. Scalding Viper actually triggers a lot in this format, doesn't it? It's just naturally dealing a lot of damage. Well, unfortunately, opponent, we have cut-ins literally for days. Pang ya. Kill your Bards. Go attacking. Pang ya. To send a message. And kind of crushing it. I mean, so chat, how has Standard been for you? I have come away from New Standard feeling like it's better than I expected. I was expecting it to be a disaster, and I don't think it's been a disaster. I don't think it's been the best format of all time or anything, but it has been way better than I thought. Yeah, we won that game when we still had like 3 very good cards left over in hand. Does Grabby Giant have reach? It might have sneaky reach. Does it? It does have reach. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, we're drafting at the moment. This is our once per set draft stream. I'm not touching it until I get a decent budget Magic deck to try, and even then, I'm not looking forward to running into stupid blue-black tempo. Sounds like my least favorite archetype to play against. I get flashbacks to Curiosity Standard. Yeah, I know you're feeling Mega Magikarp. Although, honestly, like, yeah, there is the Curiosity style fairy deck. The fairy deck is kind of annoying, isn't it? There's also more, like, non-Curious Obsession style fairies, which is somewhat less annoying. I don't know, fairies are good, but I don't think they're like by any means the best deck in the format. I think if anything, fairies are a little bit overplayed on Arena. I think in part because I think fairies are actually kind of budget. Like if you already have the standard mana base, it seems like fairies, the big like spells for the fairy deck are uncommons. Aboira is uncommon. Some of the other creatures are also uncommons. So I think it's partly a budget choice and partly just people like fairies for some reason. I don't really understand Magic players' obsession with fairies, but they seem like a tribe that is way more popular than I would have ever guessed. It seems like it's actually like kind of a cult favorite. And let's just play this thing. I don't know if Sir Ginger is actually that scary in draft. I'm sad I missed the actual drafting. That's my favorite part. Yeah, this draft was actually pretty ridiculous. We don't really have too many. I don't know if we have any bombs, but like we drafted 6 cut-ins. Just no one. We were getting cut-ins with like 3 or 4 cards left in a pack. Just no one was drafting the cut-ins. So we ended up with a kind of ridiculous amount of removal. I think we actually have to take this turn because we need to kill this Lord Skitter. So we need to go to combat. We need to attack to reduce the cost on Witchstalker Frenzy to kill the Skitter. Hit you down to 18. And now we can start the process of cutting in. Yeah, I mean, Grabby Giant's, I know I memed on it pretty hard during one of our standard videos. Although, like, it seems like a better limited card than standard card in my defense. But it has actually been one of the best cards in our deck. Just, like, make a treasure and then... Make a treasure and then, ramp it out as a 4/3. It's actually felt pretty good. So this thing needs to die. We also need to stop this thing from killing us. Well, kill the Voracious Vermin. Get the roll. Yeah, we're actually going to attack, I think. Grow the Dork. Next turn, we can answer the Sir Ginger, hopefully. And now we just got to beat 2 rats. Hopeless nightmare. Ooh, and we got to lose 2 life. That's actually kind of annoying. Down to 11. Opponent's playing Black Burning Draft. Troublemaker, oof. Sacks it to... Look at the synergies. Opponent's going off over there. I mean, 4 damage seems to kill basically everything. About it with a big attack, but we're down to 6. 6 is not a huge amount of life. Wow, we might actually just be dying here. All right. Vantress Transmuter, hope you don't have a follow-up. About it, Forest. Okay. Ashiok Reaper, sure. That's fine. Another Grabby Giant. Well, let's cut in the Reaper. And pass the turn. Oh, we're holding on, but if our opponent draws a removal spell this turn, things become real bad. Or like a pump spell is pretty bad. Hey Seth, how have the drafts been going? They've been going good. The first one, we went 3-3. Realized we were trying to be way too grindy and slow. Turns out that this format really rewards you for being aggro. So this draft, we've been much more aggro, and it has went much better. I think we're currently 3-0. And this deck's felt really strong. Opponent, a monstrous roll. Wow. Okay. Well, that was... I guess we're just dead. Jeez. Well, okay. Opponent needed like a few card combo to get there, but get there they did. Sheesh. Rat out to let Curse of the whatever fight. What are the chances? 36 Grabby Giant sounds like a Remy Seth collaboration. All right. Well, opponent got that one. You have a blue card that helps if have. Yeah, blue cards can be good. Well, we're on the play this time. This hand's fine. Fine-ish. Yeah, we just couldn't get enough bodies on the battlefield quickly enough there. Yeah, let's just mountain for now, go. I don't know if Extraordinary Journey is good or not. I'm still kind of on the fence. Well, let's run out the Crystal Grotto. We'll keep a Catapult. Play the Redcap Thief. Get a body on the battlefield. And ship the turn. Yeah, those words were hard to understand there. Yo, Seth, went and saw King Gizzard last weekend. They still go hard. They do have... King Gizzard is a very weird band to me. There are certain albums. Their albums are all so different that there's certain albums I really love, and there's some of them like... they're just so good. I like their psychedelic stuff, I think, the best. But then, like, they'll also just make, like, a metal album or whatever. So they sometimes hit on themes that I'm just not as enthused about. But I guess I kind of respect that about them, that they're willing to take chances. They kind of, in that sense, it reminds me a little bit of Animal Collective, that also their sound varies a lot from album to album and goes through a lot of different styles. I've never seen King Gizzard live, though. I'd like to. About it. Raid bombardment with no creatures. I love bands that keep trying new things. Makes things they find interesting. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I remember I used to, a long time ago, I used to really like Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes still have some albums that I really love. And Bright Eyes was like, I don't know, you've probably heard Bright Eyes, but they're pretty like indie folky style. And then they decided they're going to go like, be like electronic kind of dance pop. Did not work. Lasted like an album. Back to the old style. So I can respect when bands try that, but there's also times when it really does not actually work. Don't mind me, I'm just out here with my guitar with 9 strings, just jamming open O's the whole time. All right, what are we doing now? Let's play the land. Repercussion raid bombardment. What is our opponent doing? I mean, they're obviously drafting lots of Enchanted Tales. Well, let's ping ya. I think we're actually just going to cast this. The coast is pretty clear. Untap the catapult. Well, I guess if they bargain away one of their enchantments, they can kill it, but that's a high cost. If you're gonna bargain away one of your, yeah, all right, fair. I mean, that actually works, and it does fizzle our adventure, which is actually kind of awkward. I did not think they would. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess they also played a repercussion and then sacked it for no value. So I guess that's still kind of a win about it. Emodane's Recruiter going to make some knights. Well, play the land. So it's actually kind of good here. We get to get rid of both of the tokens, which is kind of hilarious. And if our opponent plays the Recruiter, we get to draw a card now. Yeah, Extraordinary Journey looking pretty impressive there. Oh, I also got to say, I do actually really like this Wilds of Eldraine battlefield. Thank you, opponent. Yes, we'd like to draw a card. Haste him up. Come at us. Come at us, Recruiter. We got a catapult. Yeah, we missed a ping last turn. I'll remember in the future, maybe. I'll do my best. I might do my best. But yeah, we should have pinged with it. Dragon Mantle. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, we have 2 of our 6 cut down, so we're good. Yes, we can't block. You got a Dragon Mantle. We get it. We get it, opponent. Pump that, Recruiter. Boom. Ping ya. Down to 16. Well, let's do it this way. 1, 2. Let's put a curse roll on the Recruiter. Ping ya. Transmuter, draw a card. Ooh, there's our There's our signpost uncommon. About it. Protective parents. Uh-huh. And I mean, they can't really attack, right? Not really. We draw an island. Well, let's run out Johan. Once each turn, kick cast to instant or sorcery from the top of our deck. Well, that's a land. Alright, well, pass the turn. There will be value eventually. Sooner or later. Sooner or later. Another misping? No. I don't believe. Wait, you're catapulting too. Oh, we got to stop missing pings then if they're catapulting. We have to out catapult our opponent's catapult. You can cast an adventure. Yes, you can cast adventure instants or sorceries. Another land. Well, let's go to combat. I think we got to do at least a little attacking here because we need to play this to. We need to play this so we can play it from exile to draw a card with Extraordinary Journey. What do you think about it? What do you think about this transmuting? Yeah, we have drawn a few lands, just a few. I mean, we got all these cut-ins, so I think it's kind of fine. Ooh, opponent, risk their catapult to our Minecraft Daredevil, ping ya. Well, who's winning the catapult war now? Though they do look a little wingy, although they're definitely on the ground. I think it's supposed to be the elements, but the shape of it does kind of look like wings. But I think it's supposed to be like blue and red, fire and water or something. I'll run out the Minecraft Daredevil. Draw a card. Can we? Ooh, haha. We can play that at instant speed even. Oh, Johan, so good. Pass the turn. About it. How do you think this set has impacted Standard? The set has opened up some new options in Standard that weren't there before. The old options are still very good. It hasn't just gotten rid of all the old good decks, but it really has. We've seen like the Cascade deck. We've seen the Naya Token deck, which if you haven't seen the Naya Token deck, that's still one of my favorites. That one's coming up on the YouTube tomorrow for Much Brew. But we've seen new decks develop with the new cards. And we've seen even like the old decks sort of get some pretty big changes. Like, I think that Golgari is now more popular than Dimir as far as like a Shieldred deck. So we've seen even changes among, wow, another land. Holy Landaroni. Well. How do we kill you? I guess we could just pass. Well, let's ping ya. I guess we might as well start spending cut-ins. We have so many cut-ins in hand. Get rid of the Protective Parent. Untap. Put a roll on the Deserter. Opponent. I'm going to get the Young Hero roll. Hilariously, you can have two rolls on something if they're not from the same controller. So our opponent, they put their Young Hero roll on there, but the bad news for them is they still have our cursed roll. So it's still a 1-1. Yeah, this one might be about over. Extraordinary Journey's been very good. Like, we've drawn a lot of lands this game. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've drawn 11 out of our 19 cards. And we're still fine because Extraordinary Journey is just like also helping us find enough action to stay in the game. So opponent's going to do some pumping. Sure. Okay, gonna do some excessive pumping. Pass the turn. Opponent goes to 7. Yeah, a lot of auras on that recruiter. I guess our opponent's also drawn a lot of lands, so, and they have not had the extraordinary journey, but they also have drawn quite a few. Yes, hello opponent, hello. An opponent emotes for a while. Our opponent's problem is they didn't have enough grabby giants. If they had some more grabby giants, they would have been good. Yeah, can also sack artifacts. Grabby giants actually impress me. Not enough to make me think it's like a legit constructed card necessarily, but it's impressed me enough to think it's actually a very good limited card. And maybe it's a constructed card for specific decks. 4-1. We need 3 more wins. 3 more wins to max it out. Yeah, Journey was really good that game. Like, it sniped the 2 Imitating Recruiter tokens and drew us maybe 3 or 4 cards. Not bad, even for 6 mana or whatever. Is land tax good in Commander? We had a very long conversation during today's very long Commander Clash about land tax. Because it's only drawing you lands. So I had land tax, but like I ended up at one point with like 7 cards in hand and everyone was a land. Like, is that really actually, like, I know it's card advantage. It's card advantage. But it's all lands. It's all lands. I want to cast a spell. Like, yes, all the lands in the world. Like, technically it's card advantage, but it's not helping me kill you. It's not like letting me do fun things. Come on, land tax. Land tax, if it could draw spells, if it was like ancestral recall on your upkeep, if that's what land tax said, now that would be a real card. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw 3 cards. Alexia, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Lands can be exchanged for goods. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like, loot them away, rummage them away. Like, there's ways to turn those lands into more meaningful cards. So I think that's the takeaway. Just having a mass of lands by itself is maybe not all that exciting, but those lands can end up doing some pretty exciting things once you have another piece or two with them. Well, we gotta get rid of this Greta. So we finally run into the food deck. Is food a good archetype in this format? Like, is food actually like legit? Deck thinning is only good use by itself. Oh, they got the Restless Cottage too. I don't know if we can beat a Restless Cottage. If our opponent starts firing up the Restless Cottage, Troublemaker, oof. Oh, and it's an artifact? That feels like cheating. Catapult down. How do we keep getting the young hero roll on this catapult, by the way? Yeah, I don't know how we keep managing to do that. Well, let's play the Grand Ball Guest. Pass the turn. Grabby Giant at the ready. Opponent, Schwamp. Oh boy, opponent has no fear. No fear at all. I don't know about trying to play Dark Tutelage in Limited. It seems risky. Opponent, thinking of attacking. Changes their mind. Alright, see if they can flip an Emrakul or something. Flip an Emrakul. Take 15, GG. What would be the funniest thing to be a young hero? Any number of target enchanted creatures you control up to one unenchanted creature you control. All right, well, in that case, I guess we just have to kill this because it's going to kill our Grand Banquet guest, which we would prefer not to have happen. As much as I want to make a treasure, I think we just have to Grabby Giant. Run it out. Hit ya. Down to 16. Opponent. Ooh. Hallowed Scavenger takes 3. Down to 13. Runs out this Makes a food with the scavenger. Runs out the scavenger. Can we draw land? Yes. All right, Johan. I guess we really need a blue land. Sacrifice the food gets +2/+2. Well, I guess we can't actually attack this turn. Opponent sacks the food to gain some life. Spins into a commune with nature. Okay. I'm very curious to see how this Dark Tutelage works out for our opponent. Commune with nature. Goes digging 5 cards deep to find a creature. Hits a Minstrosity. I swear that a lot of these cards... Well, if we send the Giant, it trades with the Hollow Scavenger, right? I don't think I want to trade Giant with Hollow Scavenger. I swear this feels like a unset card. Like the name of it and everything. Ooh, wow, this is actually very good. Frolic the Minstrosity. Opponent gets a food. We're going to run out Deccan and Dragon. All right. I guess maybe we're okay with making this trade. We can't just sit back here forever, right? So a sack of food, this becomes a 5/4. Yeah, all right. Get in there, Grabby. You've done your job. On a rampage. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Cards and graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities. All right, well, Grabby takes down a wolf. Opponent spins into a land. That's a freebie. Sweet Tooth Witch. Sack food, target player loses 2 life. I mean, we're at 20 right now, so we're not especially close to dying. We would like to find blue mana to play this extraordinary journey someday. There's a hatching plans. Well, play the Redcap Thief. Make a treasure. Go to combat. Hit you with the dragon. Make a treasure. Down to 14. And extraordinary journey. Get rid of the vermin. And pass the turn. I like to dirtle. Why not attack with the 3/3? The Sweet Tooth Witch might block it. They're gonna die to their Dark Tutelage. We're good. Don't worry. We're fine. Bramble Familiar. Okay. Whenever you gain life, target opponent lose it. What? No. No. Wait, are we gonna get comboed off by Sanguine Bond? Okay. Well, that does kind of change things a little bit. Opponent Bramble Familiar. We get to draw a card. Yeah, that is actually frightening. That does mean we need to speed up this clock. Well. So if we play this, we draw a card. All right, play Frolicker. Draw a card. It's a land. Play the land. Vantress Transmuter. On the Sweet Tooth Witch. Big attack. Make a treasure. Opponent blocks. Drops to 2. This is a big one. Dark Tutelage. Oh, they hit a land to stay alive. The Dark Tutelage is not punishing our opponent nearly as much as it should. Opponent Outrider. Sure. Runs out the vermin. We get to draw a card. Sure. I mean, our opponent can gain 6 and hit us for 6. They can gain 6 and hit us for 6, which could be an issue. All right, opponent passes. Let's Daredevil the Dragon. Pump it. I think this does it. Draw the land. And opponent scoops it up. I know. When you think that Dark Tutelage should have finished them? I mean, I guess our opponent, like, you do play a lot of lands in a limited deck. You do play a lot of lands. I was hoping that they would die to it, but there are a lot of lands in a limited deck. Well, 2 more. We need 2 more wins. And all you got to do is draft 6 cut-ins. 6 cut-ins and you're good to go in Wilds of Eldraine draft. I mean, the deck has felt good, though. Yes, we're at a low rank, but I've been playing this deck in Standard currently alongside the Green-White Cookie Time deck you showed during preview event. Ooh, let me take a peek. Black-White Control. Ooh. That looks really solid. How have the Virtues felt to you? I mean, that deck has a lot of powerful cards. I'm curious. 2 things I'm curious about in the deck list. How is Beseech the Mirror felt in this deck? Has it felt worth it? And what have you thought of the 2 Virtues? Ooh, opponent with the 1-drop. What? What? Opponent going aggro. Yeah, we lost 1. We just got too far behind on board. Couldn't catch back up. Well, I think we just pass and do some grabbing. Do a little grabbing. Make a little treasure. Set up for the cut-in if we need it. Opponent gets and hits us. Down to 18. Well, okay. Grab our way to a treasure. Opponent passes. I really just want to run this out. This is probably wrong, but let's Extraordinary Journey. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is just so much card advantage. So we get to get rid of the Snapmaster Sprite. Our opponent recasts it, we draw a card. We play Grabby Giant, we draw a card. This is going to be a draw 2 and, I guess, tax 1 of your mana. Yeah, it felt like our opponent had a counter there, but no fear. No fear. Counters are for blockers. Pass the turn. It did feel like they had a counter. There are a bunch of options. Ah, it was a quick study. Okay, opponent with the new Power Crab Divination, drawn 2 at instant speed, and passes. Well, okay, Grabby Giant. Grabby Giant's really been like the best card in our deck. I'm kind of surprised at how good it is. Opponent Mountain. The ult isn't Mirror, but we have the better lands. Bitter Chill. Well, so much for the Grabby Giant. At some point, they got to run out. Are they just never going to replay this? Are they just never going to replay this? Is that their current plan? Like it just lives in exile now? When it ETBs, if it was bargain, create a curse will attach to target creature and opponent controls. Yeah, Grabby's so good they gotta send it to the Bitter Chill. This set kind of does. So you have that dragon that looked like Maleficent, and now you got this kind of is like, what's the really famous Disney movie with the snow, with the singing and the snowmen? Doesn't it kind of look a little like that? I feel like there was a lot of Disney influences in this set. Elsa, yes, that one. Frozen. Isn't there a little resemblance? Well, let's draw. Top card's a red cap thief. Go to our main phase. Let's bounce the sentry. Okay, there's the counter, sure. So we'll play the land and cut in the sentry. And yeah, we'll just pass. We're technically behind on life right now. Wizards, they're feeling the Lorcana pressure. They gotta keep up. Gotta keep up with the Lorcana. Oh, they finally cast it. Okay, so we get to draw a card. Yeah, Extraordinary Journey's card advantage is actually kind of nice. Opponent. Going to tap down our dork, put a stun counter on it. Gets it, hits us. Well, play an island. Play a red cap thief. Make a treasure. And I guess they can untap the sleep cursed fairy. 1, 2. Yeah, let's just pass. Let's just pass. See what our opponent does. Opponent. Yeah. Starts removing counters. I mean, in theory, we can just Witchstalker Frenzy it. Worst case, I guess we can stopgap it next turn. Hopefully they don't have a 2-mana counter. Opponent. Combat. Well, okay, Witchstalker Frenzy the Sleep Curse Fairy. Pay the 2. See if they have another counter. Okay, no counter. So now we should be good now. First time catching your stream, love your content. Your love for Magic is infectious. Well, Zach, welcome to the stream. You've made it to our relatively rare, like, once a set limited stream. Now, let's pump the thief. Go to combat. Go attacking. We mostly just want to get this in exile so we can trigger our Extraordinary Journey and draw a card. I think card advantage is looking kind of important in this matchup. We've drawn a ton of lands again. Ooh, cut in. Well, play the land. Do we even want to cut in anything? I think we just wait. Let's just wait. Opponent. I do pay the wards. Ristic Study, no. Never gonna pay for a Ristic Study. Well, here comes some rats. They can't block, but that's still a lot of bodies. Opponent, would you like to let us draw a card with your Ratcatcher trainee? Yeah, Extraordinary Journey has impressed me because everyone's playing adventures. So even your opponents, like, they just are kind of forced to trigger it pretty often. And if they choose not to trigger it, then you're winning anyway. Like, that's still a victory, if that makes sense. Well, let's put a roll on that. Play a Transmuter, draw a card. Play the mountain, go to combat, attack. Opponent down to 10. What do we have we can bargain off of? Nothing good. Yeah, whatever, we'll just pass. I was thinking of bouncing the Grabby Giant and then making a treasure, but probably not necessary. I think we're in very good shape here. Do you think Extraordinary Journey can make it in Standard? I've messed around with it a little bit. I really need to test it more. I think there are decks where it can be good. I think actually casting it for mana is kind of the backup plan. I think for it to be good in a format like Standard, you need to have a deck where you can play it for 2 mana and just use it as a card advantage engine, essentially. So, like, adventure decks, if your deck is mostly adventures, you can just play this for 2. Every adventure, you're drawing a card. And then there are going to be times when it's a late game, you got a bunch of mana, you like do the exile your stuff and draw some cards when you recast it. So I think there could be shells that could make it work. Also, blink decks like naturally can take advantage of it. It's also cute with your own adventures. Like you can cast your adventure spells, cast them as creatures, Extraordinary Journey, get them in exile, and then cast the adventure side, the spell side again, as a way to get them off the battlefield. So there could be. I don't think it's probably a top tier, like, busted constructed card, but I could see a deck that could take advantage of it. I think it's possible. Well, opponent passes, so we draw land. Cut in on the top. Well, cut in the Redcap Thief. Roll up the Daredevil. All right, Johan's actually been pretty good here. Go to combat. And I think we've reached the try to close out the game stage. Big attack. Your rats can't block. I can't believe our opponent never played this rat catcher. Like, they just did not want to give us a card draw with Extraordinary Journey. So it's actually been like a stack spell almost, where this has just kept our opponent from actually playing Magic. Opponent down to 3. Stopgap. Bargain it on the Grabby Giant. Sack the roll. Draw a card. Opponent can scry and draw. Doesn't really matter. Sure. And we should be able to just close this out. Opponent leaves it on top. Well, we will pass. All right, opponent. Kill us if you can. You need something really big, really big about it. Journey is great for food chain builds. Ooh, that could actually be spicy. Yeah. Any non-token creature entering the battlefield from exile will draw a card once each turn, but still. To answer the question about Besiege Seth, I really liked it. You can either use as the tutor for 4 mana, which sets up your next turn, or can find a Wrath, which to get rid of the board with your bargain stuff. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if you can get a Wrath to cast right away, that makes sense. I was looking at the deck and I was like, how many 4-drops do you want to cast right away? Do you actually are you actually going for? But that makes a lot of sense if it's like, okay, if I don't need to Wrath, I can get an Ashiok or a Kaya or something. If I'm about to die, then I can just get to depopulate, sweep the board. That probably is worth enough, especially like you already have wedding announcements. You already have Virtue of Loyalties. You already have, I guess, justifications in some cases you can bargain off of. So I like it. Ooh. Here comes the Immodane. So opponent is going to try to kill us. Oh, they're just running out the Recruiter. All right, so blow off Steam the Sprite. About it. There's no way. Ratcatcher Trainee. Ratcatcher Trainee after the Recruiter. Okay. We draw a card. That is odd sequencing. They managed to do it in a way where the Trainee didn't get haste. Oh, another Recruiter. Wait, does this actually... Whoa! Oh my god! Wow! Wow! That is incredibly unlikely. Oh, cut in's a sorcery. You can't cut in at instant speed. It's a sorcery. Unfortunately. If it was an instant, it would have been very good there. Wow. We actually had 2 removal spells, too. I mean, there's no way you can play around someone having 2 Immodane Recruiters out of 3 cards in hand. I don't think that's even like a realistic consideration. So I think if that happens, I think you just gotta You just gotta tip the hat and be like, all right, yeah, you had it. Like, but yeah, I don't think there's any way you play around your opponent having 2 of those in specific. I guess, like, we could have left back an attacker. We could have left back an attacker and not swung for as much. I guess that was a possibility, but still, you need to have a really, really super specific set of cards to actually have that work there. At the beginning of combat in your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, gets +1/+0, can attack as though it didn't have defender. Okay. So opponent's playing some sort of like Gruul Stompy deck, I guess. We're missing land drops, which is scaring me a bit. But let's run out Johan. Top card is an island. That's good. About it. So opponent needs like a 4-power creature to turn on their Witch Stalkers at some point. Mountain. And Voracious Werefox. Sure. Goes attacking. Well, we will block. Drop to 17. Well, play the land. Cut in the Werefox. And pass the turn. Opponent. 2/3 puts a royal roll on something. Now let's play a land. Oh, this is gonna be kind of close. How do we do this? All right, let's run out Grabby Giant and pass the turn. We have a new donation from Zach Zandy, $10 donation. Thank you so much, Zach. Long overdue donation, been watching for years. Thanks for all the great content and teaching me to laugh at blowouts. Well, I think that's the best way to handle blowouts. Well, Zach, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the donation, and also for the kind words. Learning how to lose is I think a important skill in life. It would be nice if we could all win all the time, but it's not realistic. So learning how to lose is important. Let's play. Do we have to cut in? I don't really want to cut that in this turn. Let's just play the Grand Ball Guest. Pass the turn. Would love to find a bargain spell. If we can find a way to bargain away this Hatching Plans, we're going to have so many cards in hand. Imian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thanks. Our opponent just cannot get that 4th power. Try as they might, they just cannot get that 4th power. They have so many things that need a 4-power creature, and they got up to 3, and they just maxed out and cannot get number 4. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you. Well, I think it's cut-in time. Let's cut in the Witch Stalker. Actually, let's read this card. Ward 1. Okay, we can pay the Ward 1. That's fine. Put a roll on the guest. On the guest. Pay the ward. Get rid of the thing that's closest to being a 4-power creature. Do some attacking. Now I'm scared to attack. I'm afraid that if I attack, I'm just gonna die to double Imodane Recruiter. Hey, see you, Duga buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good sleep. Well, all right. Let's do some pumping. Kill both of those. Grabby Giant, still proving its worth. And opponent's down to just a Boundary Lands Ranger. About it. Passes. Catapult. Well, okay. Play the Red Crab Thief. Play the Minecraft Daredevil. Go attacking. Opponent down to 11. And it looks like we might get a chance to go for a 7th win. Can we get the full 7 wins? Opponent. About it. Scoops it up. All right, this is it. This is our chance. Can we go all the way 7 wins with some Is It spell slinging? His decks felt pretty good. Well, this is the last game. Either we lose and we're done, we win and we're done. Hopefully we win and go out on top. This deck has been fun to play. I think Is It Spellslinger seems like a cool archetype. Especially if you just get all the removal, because no one drops the red removal. If you have all the red removal, it seems like a great archetype. Oh, do we even keep this? We're on the play? That's my name! Alright, go Catapult. We're gonna trust this Catapult to hold down the fort till we find blue mana. Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. No, this is for the 7th win. That was our 6th win. Slumbering Keep card can get pretty big. That is a card that does scare me a bit. Opponent hits us. Plains. Hopeful Vigil. Gonna make a night and do a little scrying. Sure. Well, let's Crystal Grotto. We'll keep the cut in. Play the Catapult. Pass the turn. So let's just sex to scry now. These seem like good ways for triggering Celebration. Just 2 permanents in one. Hopeless Nightmare. And opponent scries. I might just have to kill this Slumbering Keep card. It's doing too much work here. Well, actually, let's play Johan first. I think we'd rather get down Johan to start generating card advantage, and at least, it's not a great thing to put the Young Hero roll on. These Young Hero rolls have not been that useful. They're okay, but they have not been that useful for our deck. Stockpiling Celebrate. When it ETBs, you return another non-land permanent to your hand to scry 2. Look at the synergy. The synergy is stacking up. Thankfully, we're getting on board, though. Opponent has a swamp. Look at him go. Look at this black-white enchantment synergy. Opponent gets to scry again. To the top. I'll ping ya. I think we just have to bounce the token. Ping ya. Draw the land. Play the land. Pass the turn. Also gonna be super close. ETBs, target creature gets +2/+2 and oh. Okay. Why did they cast the adventure side? It doesn't really do anything, does it? So we get to block. Catapult. We drop to 11. Torch the Slumbering Keep guard. Ping ya. Draw. Witchtalker Frenzy. Well, let's cut in. Ping ya. Hit you with Johan. Opponent down to 13. Come on, hold. Hold infinite cutdowns. Hold for the 7 wins. Nevri, Stalker by Nightmares. When ETBs, return target creature or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. When enchantment's put in your graveyard, put a counter on it. Alright. I mean, that's a little annoying, but it's fine. We still have an answer for it. So Pena, untap. Cut in. Kill that. Put the aura on the catapult. Pena. Hit you with the sorcerer. Opponent down to 9. So they can do the same little thing where they like pick up their celebrant. Okay. Exile up to 1 target creature. Goes after the catapult. Well, Pena. Hits us to 9. Well, they are all about those hopeless nightmares. I mean, maybe they can just drain us out with the hopeless nightmares. I'll pump this. Hit ya. Play the land. Play the transmuter. Opponent gonna pump their soul shepherd. This is so they can hit us to 1 because they can bounce their silly. They can bounce their silly hopeless nightmare. These hopeless nightmares have actually been ridiculous. Hey, see you, Zach. Thank you so much for the donation and hanging out. I can't believe how good these hopeless nightmares are. I would not have predicted them being an actual like good card. So this is going to come down to us having something on top of our deck to cast with Johan. Because I assume they play this, they bounce this, they replay this, they hit us to 1, and they can chump block to stay alive. Wow, okay. Opponent has a different plan. Gets rid of Johan. Well, if they had played the hopeless nightmare, we'd have to discard a card. So it wouldn't actually win. I think this works out for the best though. So we go to combat. We hit you. I guess we don't even have to Witchstalker Frenzy right now. Is it better just to kill it right now? Probably. All right. Kill it. Hit you to 1. Play the Daredevil. Play the land. All right, opponent. We get the catapult back. I guess they need... So they need... I don't even know. Like... Hopeless Nightmare, Bounce Hopeless Nightmare, Swamp Hopeless Nightmare. They need to burn us out, basically, or this catapult's going to kill them. Stockpiling Celebrant. Picks up the Nightmare. But this just puts us to 1, not dead. And our opponent's also at 1, and we have a catapult. We have a catapult. The catapult's coming back for revenge, indeed. And opponent scoops it up. The catapult. Well, I gained some respect for Hopeless Nightmare that game. Hopeless Nightmare actually did some serious work, but in the end, that is a 7 wins. 7 wins with Is It Spellslinger, and that deck was actually pretty sweet. I like that deck. So takeaways on this limited format. It is very aggressive. I mean, you saw there, it's not like we're only 1-drop super like aggro, but just keep in mind, like, a lot of the big mechanics in this format push you towards attacking rather than playing defense. So if you do decide to do some drafts, also shout out to Arena. I like this new pack opening animation. I think it looks really good. I know it's a little slower. I saw some people complaining about that, but it just looks way better. So I think it's worth it. At least it's worth it for me. But I think if you did, 0-4s, the catapults were really good. Lots of removals are really good. But if you decide to pick up the format, it's pretty aggro. So anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our drafts for tonight. We will be back, oh goodness, in a minute with our next stream because gonna be away in Vegas all next week. So it's gonna be, probably 3 streams missed. So it'll probably be 2 weeks from today, actually, that our next stream is. Because I'm gonna be on all next week, and then I'll be getting home like Tuesday in the middle of the night, so I don't think I'll stream Tuesday most likely. But I'll be back. The YouTube should be good in between. I think it's mostly covered. We shouldn't miss too much on the YouTube. But yeah, if you're in Vegas, stop and say hello. It'd be super fun to meet everyone. Diggy Hole. Ooh. Oh, aggressive mining. Aggressive mining is a challenging card. That is all-time classic, hard to build around. Not being able to play lands. I mean, you can draw a lot of cards though. This is a cool take on it. I like the land reanimation and the extra ways to cheat lands into play. So that does seem really fun. I'm curious how it works. We can actually go infinite too. That's super sweet. Groundskeeper plus Lotus Copler. Oh, plus Retreat. Yeah, Retreat to Coralhelm goes infinite. Wow. That is a few pieces to go infinite, but yeah, it looks sweet, Dapper Turtle. Anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So reminders, replay YouTube this week and find all the old streams, including this one in the future, normal YouTube. Check out the token deck tomorrow. It's a pretty sweet one. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome and spectacular. I hope you have an amazing night. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in a little while once I'm home from Vegas. So be good, everyone. Enjoy the YouTube. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.